Okay, welcome everyone to Removal of Masks. We are playing through the epic Chaosium campaign, Masks of Nyarlathotep. The group is in England, in the hills of Derbyshire, and they are poking around trying to work out what's happening. Some kind of a beast. They have suspicions. I think they've been told outright that the Vane family believe their daughter is turning into a beast at the full moon. The group have all sorts of theories about what this means. We are lots of werewolf conversations going on. Lack of silver weapons being bemoaned. So we'll have to see how we get on with all of that.
Just shorter work week.
So I went back to work at 4 days. I do a 4-day work week now and have Wednesdays off, and nice. I'm working I'm keeping up, no problem, and it has been amazing for my just general well-being and mental health. It's really nice. But I do have a great employer who are just like, I kind of trust you to just get the work done. Here's what we need doing. Go figure it out with the time that you've got, and I can. So, and I think a lot of people will be like that, but a lot of employers treat us like children.
Hire grown-ups,
I think there's a lot of
treat them like grown-ups.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter for us much longer because obviously we're going to become super famous content creators and let's players, right?
Yeah,
and we're going to be making our living off this.
That is my 2026 plan. So I mean,
the goal.
Nice.
Let's make some.
Well, I was just reading this morning.
Content.
We're going into the year of the Chinese year of the fire horse. Have any of you guys been reading about this?
The fire
Not a clue.
horse.
Yes, a horse, particularly inauspicious year.
Yeah, it's it's a good year. This one, the last year we've just had is bad. So I love astrology and all of that nonsense. I mean, sorry, it's very serious. Don't put that in, Guy. I'll have all the astrology people coming after me. I love astrology. I just find it really interesting. And so it's the year of the horse next year. So we've just been in the year, or I think we're still in the year of the snake now until mid-February. Yeah. And the year of the snake is things dying off. It's the end of cycles.
You
it's
shed your skin.
Shedding our past.
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
And then the horse is all about fresh starts, forward momentum, moving through life. So and then you also
just
have
don't be born in the year of the horse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Birth rates traditionally plummet in the year of the horse.
So is it a horse or a fire horse?
It's both. So you have your animal, and then there's elements associated with it, which we found out because my sister discovered. She's a wood pig, and she was devastated.
Oh, it's brilliant. No, pigs are brilliant. Pigs are amazing.
Yeah, they're great. But the combat
not everyone can be dragon.
No,
I want to see what I am. Hang on.
Was that a flex from you there?
My daughter's a third generation dragon.
Oh my God! Stop!
How
I'm
do
not
you
gonna lie.
find
I
it
did
out?
play. It's just done by
Chinese
the
zodiac.
Just Google it. I'm a metal sheep. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
That definitely
forever.
sounds like the name of a band.
That'll be my band once I start a metal band. Metal Sheep.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
a fire dragon.
Fire dragon. Oh, that's
Fire dragon.
cool.
That's cool.
I'm jealous of
And
that.
in the book we had when I was young, it literally said, "You are not the Messiah. Do not think you're the Messiah." People who are the fire dragon have a tendency to have overblown egos. And then it went on to list all the amazing qualities that you have. And I'm like,
So he went on to become a game master.
It's like humbling first.
Well, I've got to type in loads of stuff.
I'm an earth rabbit. That could be worse.
Oh.
Rabbit's great. Rabbit is great.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, knowing that 2024 was a dragon year, I'm not gonna did play somewhat into my family planning for having a baby. I was like, she could be. I think it was like a rat or something the year before. I was like, she could be a rat, or we could just hold out a year and then she'll be a dragon.
It
That
was
is an
purely a
amazing reason
coincidence.
to hold off.
Purely a coincidence. My daughter was born in the year of the dragon. Absolutely, purely a coincidence.
We believe you, Guy.
It's also
I can't
purely a
get on the
coincidence we
wrong
bought a
website,
house
yeah.
across the road from a riding stable.
Yeah.
I might be giving too much away now. Some editing required. Okay, so yes, I stuck on the record a little while ago because especially we were talking about COVID hobbies and stuff like that. It was a good, nice ice breaking conversation. And in absence, Bob, good to be nicely warmed up before we get started because who's gonna do the crazy stuff?
I'm guessing Valentine will have to
all
step
be
up.
on Valentine's shoulders.
All right. I'll be opening some lids of stuff that I shouldn't.
Oh, can of worms. Oh. Okay, so who wants to remind us where we were last week? And all volunteers leap forward.
See, I'm looking at my
Okay.
notes and I'm thinking, was Ruby even present? I don't know what the hell I got up to last week.
I seem to Ruby spent a good bit of time delicately trying to maneuver between Eloise and Arthur Vane.
Yes. Right,
And
okay.
make sure there was no disasters and further emotional breakdown there.
Yeah. I'm sure she failed.
Loveday had come back from her lovely horse riding and had met up with everybody and had witnessed Ruby accidentally put her foot in it a little bit with Eloise and was trying to smooth over the waters. Florence was trying very hard to make sure that no bridges were burned and the relationship wasn't completely soured, and but also all of you were still reeling a little bit from the revelations by Larry about his sister. Valentine and Mick were on their way back, finished up with Ernie Wallop, and headed back to straight down to Plum Castle to meet up with the others and break the news that the beast seemed to be coming toward Plum Castle on the night of the murders. Now, Valentine, from your perspective, the arriving at the castle and picking up your compatriots, did that went very smoothly?
I mean, I thought that our arrival was perfect, but the son of the house, Larry, he had sort of a weird attitude. I mean, I didn't like to think it's because Mick was Irish and I'm French, but perhaps it was part of the reason. He just, isn't a fan of tourists, shall we say, pulling up to his house. But I thought his manner was a little bit strange. So me all gave the daughter, I can't remember her name, that little scrap of cloth that we found up on the hills, and he was very upset about that. I don't know why. I mean, she said it was hers, so I don't know why that's a problem, just returning to his owner. But yeah, he seemed to have a problem with that. I don't know why. So, all in all, a strange experience, and there's talk of going back today to this castle. I mean, part of me would like to explore an English castle. I've never explored an English castle before, but I don't know. Uneasy feelings, perhaps, with the family.
Yeah, so not the warmest of welcomes for you and Mickey, exactly. You did get a chance to have a little poke around, got out of the car, had a little look at the gardens, but you didn't want to go too far in case your companions wanted to get going, and you didn't want to trigger any more ill will. And then as you were leaving, Mick did throw out some comment about how it was okay. It didn't go that badly. She didn't eat us or anything. Leading Florence to have some feelings, I think.
It was stressing me out. I was trying, as you said, not to burn any bridges, and I think things will go the best if everyone collaborates with us, and we keep Eloise calm, and we don't have big emotional panics. And we keep the Vane family liking us and working with us and giving us all the information they have. And then Mick and Valentine turned up, and immediately they were upsetting Larry, and I was trying to calm Larry down, and then we were leaving.
I don't know why we possibly upset Larry by our mere presence. I mean, I think Larry has the problem, not us.
Right, well, agree to disagree. And then as we were leaving, within earshot, and we saw someone who we can predictably guess was Eloise from the window, possibly listening to our conversation. And so I tried to give a friendly wave and hope that our conversation had not been overheard, and said that we should keep all discussions about the matter until we were back in town, away from earshot. So I think there was a lot of disaster repair for Florence last week, and talking to everyone, and talking to Arthur and Eloise, and keeping everything calm. Yes, there was a lot of that.
And then when you did get back to the inn, you started off maybe trying to have a bit of a drink down in the common area and have a chat. Found Ernie to be a little in his cups and in your face. Realized that you kind of were very public and there was a lot of excitement in your conversation. So you retired upstairs to one of the rooms. And got quite deep into how you could go forward, how you could proceed, what avenues you might pursue to deeper investigate. There were some ideas thrown around about maybe going to talk to the vicar about the Order of the Derwent Valley, and would they be able to help, and could he get some information. Or could you attend one of the meetings, etc. But then you did kind of come to the realization that the vicar had very clearly said this. It's a correspondence group, so none of the other members of the order are close by. But it still would be worth. I mean, you could get him to send a telegram out to various associates, people in the order, to see if anyone knew of any mysticism around lycanthropy, or this kind of genetic curse that could be carried through the ages in the bloodline. So in the morning you got up, there was a little bit of, and now we hit severe technical waters around about this time. So the session ended up being quite truncated. You got as far as Valentine getting a bit of first aid, having a little bit of a look at the wound, making sure everything was okay, replacing dressings, things like that.
Loveday.
And having a little bit of a worry over the fact that the wound is still green, or she's not sure, possibly greener. It's hard to be the judge when you're looking at your own injury and trying to decide, is it gangrenous? It's very easy to go, oh my god, my arm is falling off. So I think she got a second opinion. You asked Ruby to have a look, didn't you, Loveday? And Ruby agreed that it was definitely still green and healing nicely, but still green.
Very much green.
And around about there is where we left it. We were. It was a quite late start to the morning, as everyone had slept in a little, after the excesses of the day before, the large meal, the long hike through the mountains and the caves, the late into the night debrief, etc. So you had a good sleep, got started with some first aid, and then you were debating over breakfast whether to go down to the vicarage and pursue that avenue, or gather up and start getting ready to go over for lunch already, because it's easily lunchtime already. So I will leave it to you guys to maybe pick up from there. Hello, we've got Cat again.
He's stealing the
Another
show.
cat.
So
I hope
It's
I
just
hope
a-
all the cats are happy with the supplication to Bast in the most recent episode that went up on YouTube. I made sure to.
he's sitting
Bast is
right
very
on my
important in
notes.
the Call of Cthulhu pantheon.
Are you planning on staying here?
Definitely looks satisfied anyway.
He's happy out. He doesn't normally do this. Hey, do you want to move along now?
It's okay. We are missing a cast member. Maybe he could play Mick.
That's true. You want to? Okay, we'll get him to do something wild.
Okay, so I'll let you guys pick up. Let's say we are wrapping up breakfast because I know we kind of in groups of 3 we managed to get various starts at after breakfast. But once all the technical shenanigans were over, we realized we'd managed to spend 20-25 minutes on doing nothing. So let's pick up at the end of breakfast, and you guys are putting together a plan for the day and where you're going to go, what you're going to do.
So are we? Sorry, I wasn't. I can't remember from last week. Were we going to redo Loveday telling us about her wound?
Yes, you could do that. Yeah, because that was
Because it was
that
just
was
Ruby
quite,
who
that
was in the
quite
room with her.
truncated. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So nothing to worry about, I'm sure. But have either of you ever read anything about wounds maybe turning green?
As in they're infected?
I don't think infected. No smell, no sign of gangrene or anything like that. Just sort of green.
My
Is
thoughts
this the
exactly.
Infected.
Is this the wound from your encounter with the
The
lizard?
crazy lizard person. Yes,
Some more
I
bacon,
think
ladies.
it is.
Oh oui, merci.
Yes, please.
Very good. Very good. Right, there you go.
Thank you. Maybe once we're done with breakfast, we could just step upstairs and I can show you both and just get a third and fourth opinion. Would that be all right?
Yes, yes.
Well,
Oui, of course.
If you all want to continue on do that, I might go and have a chat with the vicar and see if I can get him to. Well, I'm still due that confession, for starters, and then I might get him to see if he can send off a couple of telegrams, see if we can find anything out about a cure from his
Yes.
network of compatriots, and after that, I did want to go back up. I think if we comb around the what they call the flatlands around Castle Plum, I think we might be able to pick up more clues. If Ernie was able to find a scrap of fabric with his casual looking around, I think there's more to be found. So I really want to give that area a good combing over. So I'll have to absent myself, I'm afraid, from examining your wound, Loveday, but I think my first aid isn't really that good anyway.
Yes, fair enough. Probably not appropriate anyway, Michael, to be quite honest with you. So.
Well, I am a priest,
just.
but yeah.
I think we
Well,
spoke
just-
about asking the priest to ask the druids about.
Yes, yeah, that's. I'll look after that.
Yeah, but if Loveday is having an issue with their bite, perhaps we ask them about that as well.
Oh,
That would be helpful.
so well, how? I will happily ask that also if someone tells me how I'm going to phrase that exactly. My friend is turning green after a giant lizard man bit her. What should I do? Might not be the
Possibly more maybe posed as a hypothetical. I could probably do without the whole of England learning that I'm potentially turning into a lizard.
Well,
Maybe
you
just
wouldn't have to include your name.
No.
You could say that a wound from a reptile turning green. You don't have to mention giant lizard person, but perhaps reptile.
But
Would
then would
be
the
a
priest
good
not?
idea.
Was the priest not tell her to go to a vet or something?
A
Well,
magical
possibly,
reptile, maybe.
a potentially occult reptile.
Michal looks at
Or maybe not.
between the
Maybe-
four of you for a second and goes, "I'm sure we had this conversation, Valentine. Vets, look after animals, not humans.
Yes, I know, but it's a bite from a reptile. Like
Mick was very
reptiles,
adamant
so-
about that the last time.
Well, can't you ask him in the spirit of the confessional, in that you tell him,
Yes,
but he can't tell anyone what
in
happens?
confidence. I
There
shall,
you go.
yes.
You could just
Priest-
ask if
priest stuff.
if he knows of anything that's happened before in the past or any knowledge of potential.
Well, we're talking
engines
about
of people.
supernatural stuff anyway, and curing a wolf
Exactly.
crazy beast person anyway. So
Yeah, I think if anyone's going to understand giant reptiles, it'll be him.
For sure.
Right, we
Mick
should maybe be
suddenly
prompt.
looks much less enthused about this mission.
Off you go, Meek.
Right, ladies, have a good day.
We should perhaps be prompt if there's the possibility of still heading to lunch. We should keep an eye on the time.
Yes. So pop upstairs quickly, just take a little gander under my clothes, and then we can get going to lunch. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
I'll come back and clean away later.
Yes, thank you.
Why was he being so
He
strange?
rapidly backs off away from the table again. Every time he comes over,
Where's he
there's something strange.
Okay, let's. We're getting a reputation for being peculiar, so let's pop upstairs.
Yes. And yeah, blithely, no care in the world that it's going to look very strange. Just fold the napkin, head upstairs, all four of us together into one room.
We're ladies.
Okay. Does anyone want to give a medicine check?
I
mean, I wouldn't go first aid on this one. Definitely would require a medicine check.
Actually, do I even have
Or-
medicine?
I think I.
Ooh,
might
I'd
have-
rather not.
If
Oh,
you've got
I've
any
I've got
appropriate
enough
sciences,
to be-
you could go for that as well.
Yeah, roll 20's being
Biology,
slow.
pharmacology.
Florence has
And then
failed a
after
medicine
this,
check.
maybe we'll make our luck rolls as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
my roll 20 is freezing. Come on.
There was
I'll
a
do
very admirable message on the Roll20 Discord the other day from the CTO of Roll20, expressing
Oh yeah.
some concerns over things that have happened in the recent past, and some of the delays, slowness, interruptions to service, problems with Cloudflare, things like that, and just saying it's not good enough and we're going to do better. I thought that was really good.
Aw.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Especially,
nice.
you know, the CTO steps up and says it in public. It's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, that's really good.
So are we doing luck rolls as well, is it?
Yes, yeah, brilliant. Let me see.
Do we have to roll, or can we choose not to if we feel like it's going to be fumble? Potential fumble.
If you roll luck, you can't fumble it. There's nothing can go wrong. It's,
No, for
it's
for the medicine check or the.
oh, for the medicine check. No, don't.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah. I'd rather
Yeah,
not.
you can choose not to.
Yeah, I have a 1 in medicine, so I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's a
then I
terrible idea. Just wanted to
I
remove your
failed the
appendix
thing
or
I
something.
wanted to pass at, and then I passed the thing I wanted to fail at. Terrible.
That's a
typical.
tough one.
Classic.
Cat's gotten hair all over my microphone.
Okay, so Ellie regained a bit of luck. Besides that, everyone else is already too lucky. Great to see. Yeah, Valentine, you don't need any more luck. We got to get you to start spending some luck, I'm afraid.
So I'm just waiting for the lizard to come for me.
Yeah, that's when I used all mine.
Yeah. I just know I'll need it at some point.
Okay, so yes, it doesn't look pleasant. I mean, it is. How many? What's your hit points now, Loveday? You're almost on full hit points, or you're full hit points?
I'm back up to max, which is a whopping 8 points.
There you go. So, both of you think it looks fully healed to your inexpert view, but you're reasonably sure it shouldn't still be green. I'll give you that much without a successful medicine check. It is also quite a horrific scar. I think neither of you had realized previously the extent of Loveday's wound. She downplayed it somewhat. There is a scar around the entirety of her midriff. The bite went back and front.
Oh my days.
The jaws closed around her body.
How big was this lizard? It looks like a crocodile.
You didn't mention it was this bad.
Oh, it's just a scratch, really. It's fine, and it's all fine now. I'm sure it'll go back to a normal colour in no time at all.
I mean, is it more
Well,
or
it
less green
shouldn't
than
be
it was
green.
before?
Well, being 100% honest with you, this is the first time I've checked it, because I was aware it was green and it just seemed like a problem I didn't want to deal with. So I could not
Understandable.
tell you.
I do feel like we should perhaps seek alternative expertise, because it shouldn't. I'm fairly sure it shouldn't be green. I don't know who we should ask, but I do think that we should be asking someone about this.
Perhaps we should make a little note of exactly where the green is. Like put a little mark and then see if the green extends.
Well, it's a better idea than I've had, so
See if it's
why not? Does anybody
growing.
have a pen?
I have a pen.
Was ink of this era healthy to put on skin?
Probably
I'm
not.
sure that our characters would know that.
I think it's
Ink was quite commonly transferred to skin. Fountain pen era, especially left-handed people had an absolute nightmare.
I mean, she's turning into a
Love it.
lizard, so I think the ink is the least of her worries
Okay,
right now.
that's
I
true,
think.
yeah.
I'm
Blood
going to
poisoning
be
is-
cautious. I'm
Now,
cautious.
try not to break the skin, perhaps.
Yes, very likely does
okay.
it.
Won't stab her with the pen.
She doesn't need a tattoo marking the site of her green reptile taint.
Okay.
Okay. So a few minutes of cautious inking and little dotted line around the margins of the discoloration. Okay, and you're pretty much finished. It is now afternoon. It is
Okay, we missed
quite
lunch.
close to
Okay.
lunch. There was some talk of seeing if you could get to a library today, but again, the nearest library would be in Edale, and even that may not have a reference section or anything like that. You'd probably be looking at going all the way to a city to get a decent library. Then again, the Vanes do have
The Vanes
a
have.
quite good library. You could have a little
If
poke around there,
someone-
see if there's anything their family have never noticed.
If we were to and we would need to be leaving now if we were to go to the Vanes, and if some of us were to keep Eloise occupied, and perhaps I could have a look in the library. I'm quite good at library usage and spotting hidden things and having a look within the library.
Yeah, we can have that.
Why not?
If at least someone were to come with me. I don't know if there's anything else we want to do as a group.
I mean, I
Let's
will
go
go
to
to the
lunch.
library with you. I'm good at research as well.
Okay.
And so it means I don't have to speak to that man, Larry.
Well,
He's
Eloise
lovely.
may want to practice her French with you. She was quite excited about that, so you may. But we can also keep her occupied with gossip. But if you could have a short French conversation, that may.
Can she actually speak French?
I have no idea, but she's quite highly educated, so likely so.
All right. Things I do for you. All right. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you drive on up to Castle Plum. It's a clear day. When I say clear, I mean there's none of the consistent and persistent drizzle there has been every other day. It's neither lashing rain nor mizzling down, but there is quite a heavy cloud cover. So there is something of a gloom as you drive on up. You arrive at Castle Plum. There is no sign of anybody coming to the doorway or anything like that. Like yesterday, Lord Arthur came out to greet you on arrival. Nothing like that today as the car pulls up.
That's a bit strange, but perhaps we should go knock on the door.
After you.
Very quick one, Saorla. Your something's changed since you asked about the heater noise. Definitely, there's quite a loud hiss.
There is, yeah. I didn't know if that was something that you were putting.
I wasn't sure who it was for a
Right,
second. I was worried about it might be my fan, and I was hearing because I'm hearing it so loudly, and so I muted you for a second. I was like, oh yeah, no, it definitely is.
Sorry, is that any better?
Perfect.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was the computer fan, because that's also extremely loud.
No, that one doesn't seem to be picking up.
Keep it off.
Okay. So, yes, so you pull up, and you were saying?
Well, perhaps that's a bit unusual, but let's go knock on the door.
All right.
Get out of the car and go knock on the door. If there's
The
a
large,
car
iron-studded, thick oak door is firmly closed. Big knocker. Who's knocking?
I feel like
I'll
Florence.
knock.
Florence should.
I'll
probably
lead. I'll lead the party. I'm at the
Delicate,
front.
delicate,
I'm
mannerly
walking.
little knock, or are we laying the knocker down?
I think at least starting with a light one, and then if there's no response, going for a heavy
No
one.
response.
Uh-oh.
A minute or so passes, nothing.
Dear.
Perhaps they're in the garden.
Yes. Let's go around to the garden. Again, I'll lead the party. They wouldn't mind me wandering around, and we can just say they didn't open the door. We don't want to be accused of being rude, but that's quite strange that they didn't open the door and that no one came to the door. So let's go around the building. Maybe see if we can see anything unusual in the windows on our way around.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
As you start going around the side
in the windows.
of the castle, you notice that some of the shutters that would normally kind of be opened by the serving staff in the mornings are still closed. A couple are open. One is half open, as if someone got interrupted while opening it. There's no sign of any smoke coming out of the chimney, so it looks like the fires haven't been lit. Florence.
That's very odd.
I hope everything went well last
Could I
night.
do a spot?
Yes,
Could I do
what
a
is
spot
in-
hidden?
Having a look around.
Yep, just
Yeah. Can we kind of look through some of the windows?
success. Just like, looking through the windows, just seeing if we can see any more detail.
You go up to one of the windows, one of the ones that I think the only downstairs window that the shutters have been opened, and you have a little look inside into the. Let me see.
Oh, no.
It's a creepy music.
It has begun.
You're having a look in to the billiards room where you were yesterday. No one in there. It is totally empty.
Lawrence, come and get in that window. I'll give you a pug up. We can get in there, right? Something's not right here, guys. We're going to have to check this out.
Maybe we go the way around into the garden before we start climbing.
I'd say walk around the garden and we make sure that we... Yes, breaking down the door would be a last resort. These are friends.
I thought the window was open.
Now, Castle Vane, to bear in mind, is a genuine castle and not a manor house with flower beds around the windows or anything like that. Like, there is rough ground and stony outcropping, vines and ivy growing up the rocks and up from the rocks onto the side of the castle. So walking around the house, you're a little distance away from the actual walls of the castle itself. So you're not kind of at each window seeing if you can rattle a shutter or anything.
Okay.
To get to shutters, you kind of need to scramble up onto the rocks to get to the shutter and have a look in through the ground floor windows. At the back, there is, you remember from yesterday, there's a kind of sort of more flattened area where there's a little pathway up from the garden to the French windows at the back.
Okay, could we go towards the...
Okay, so you move around.
I'm just going to pop back to the car and grab my shotgun. Would anybody else like theirs?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Actually, I think that's a good idea.
Yes, so quick trip back to the car, everybody. Chop, and then let's head for those French windows, shall we?
Yes, that's... Yes, but again, I should leave the party, and if we run into anyone, then I will explain what's going on.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. You can have the semi-automatic then, Florence.
Thank you.
Okay. So you guys wait for Loveday to run back and grab the guns, or do you go back with her?
Oh, I've gone back.
there.
Yeah, I've gone back with Loveday.
I think we go back. That's a lot for her to carry by herself.
Yeah, you don't split up. Okay. You go back, guns out. We are all carrying shotguns?
Oui.
Okay.
Yep.
We continue on our walk back around to the back of the castle. The wind.
Do we say hello? Do we shout hello to see if anyone's here, or are we wanting to remain stealthy here in case we spook something we shouldn't spook?
Perhaps stealth initially.
Okay. You lead the way, I will follow.
I think also be careful, we may run into a gamekeeper who also may have a shotgun.
Okay.
So just keep
Yes.
But you give a little holla out every now and again. Is anyone here? That kind of thing?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
I think
answer.
so.
You hear nothing. You come around the back of the house, and at the back of the house, there's pretty much no windows until you come to a smaller door before you reach the French windows. There is a smaller door which you know goes into the kitchen, and then from the kitchen into pantry, and then there's stairs to the servants' quarters, things like that. And the cellar. Do you go to the little kitchen door, or are you going straight around to the French windows?
Well, it is someone else's property, so I feel like we should be just hitting the main entrance points first, right? Because it could be
French
nothing.
doors, we can see through
We
the
want
French
we
doors as well.
want we want to find the Vanes well, and something peculiar has gone on. So let's try the main entry point.
Maybe we look through first before going in.
Okay.
Yes.
So you kind of continue on down a little bit further around the rockery and onto that kind of flattened out, almost like terraced area of garden with a little path up to the French windows. And as you start walking up toward the French windows, you see a figure just appear suddenly in the French windows. The door slams open. Confound it all, Harper! What in blazes are you doing? Wandering around with gun outside my house.
We knocked on the front door and no one answered. We were alarmed. We walked
Yes,
down
well,
the building. We
things
couldn't
are.
see anyone.
We're a little busy here. It might not be such a good day for lunch today. And then Larry kind of appears.
We didn't mean
behind
to
his
offend.
father.
We were just worried.
Father. Listen. They know about Eloise. He goes absolutely puce. He looks like he's gonna have apoplexy. He turns around and all he sees is pushing his son back into the house, back into the dining room, and you hear elevated voices and Lord Arthur berating his son. Do you kind of stay where you are, or do you go on up to intercede?
I'm going to say that the others can hold back for a second, and just me goes forward.
Okay, so you tell them.
Fine.
Okay, so you head on up, and as you approach the window, you hear Larry now, his voice raised. Father, listen, they can help. This is. They may be able to find something. I mean, they said they have resources. They know people. They know about things like this. They've come across this kind of problem before, they said. Listen, boy. This. Harper. Get in here for a second. And confound it, keep that thing pointed away from me, will you? I'm sure you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm
very well.
Lower it so it's not.
Listen, my dang fool son tells me he's been flapping his lips yesterday, telling you what's been going on with Eloise. No wonder she was in such a state when you left. She was beside herself, so distraught and like a live wire. The drugs didn't even take. It took hours for her to fall asleep.
I did try to calm her down. Larry just told me I was concerned about her well-being. We did push. We wanted to.
She was weeping. Sure. I say something about not going to eat anyone. Why would they say that?
Oh gosh!
I thought she's imagining things.
No, you must forgive our Irish friend Mick, who has Irish sensibilities and Irish sense of humour, made a joke. It was a poor taste joke. But we weren't saying any of that, and you must forgive him. He's a good man with a poor sense of humour.
To the Irish audience.
Yeah, right under the bus there.
She is a product of her time. Lord Vane looks momentarily somewhat mollified. Well, it took hours for her to get the it took hours for the sedative to take effect, and it took much longer than usual for her to go to sleep. The transformation happened as usual, and well, I suppose we'll bring you down and show you for yourselves. She hasn't transformed back this morning.
Well, yes, we'd like to see. I first must say, after everything we heard yesterday, arriving and no one answering the door, that is why we approached the house with guns, but I fully acknowledge that.
Understandable now. Sorry, I did not know you had any idea of it. No, but Florence, listen, the guns business, all right? You can't be. There's no shooting, Eloise. Do you understand?
No, of course I understand. We will find a solution. We will research ways to prevent this, to stop this. That is the solution.
No matter what happens to her, nobody's shooting my little girl. I mean,
of course not.
I won't stand for it. I mean, this business of keeping her locked up at night can't continue. I mean, if she wakes up from the sedation, she wakes the entire neighborhood with the howling. And for some reason, the howls from this castle can be heard throughout Edale. Let's go down. You'll need to come down to the cellars. We lock her up in the dungeon. I'm afraid. Are your friends going to be all right with this? Your Irish
Yes.
friend isn't going to.
He is not with us today. The friends I've brought, we've dealt with supernatural matters in the past. They are all very capable, and we would like to help if we possibly can find a way to.
Very good. Very well. Okay. Well, come along. You can fetch them in. But I want to see the shotguns on the dining room table, please. No. You of course take them with you when you leave, but he looks at Larry, and Larry is tight-lipped, and you can see he looks in two minds about the whole not shooting Eloise business.
For the safety of my companions, they may wish to hold their firearms.
To what end?
If Eloise becomes unstable and she becomes a risk to others, then acting in self-defense may be necessary.
There will be no shooting Eloise. Irrespective. I mean, we have her locked up, confounded.
I will speak to them.
You do that. Now, you listen.
So,
you hear him mumbling and talking away to Larry as you head back out the French window.
Okay.
Outside, ladies, you're waiting.
They have Eloise downstairs locked in the dungeon. Arthur has asked that you leave your guns as she is behind bars.
Why is she still
I pass
behind
on
bars?
his request.
Why is she still locked in the dungeon?
Because she hasn't transformed back.
Oh. So she's still a Lucaru?
Yes, she's still, well, in whatever form it is that she takes.
Well, I can't deny I'm intrigued to see what she looks like, but I can't say I feel particularly comfortable going down there without a gun. I don't know about the rest of you.
Oui, I do not want to be eaten.
No.
Perhaps we could request that someone stands outside with their firearm, but outside of the room.
What in case everyone else gets eaten, and then they have to shoot her?
As if someone yells, then they can act. But Arthur's not just going to open the door and let us in if we don't at least try to give him what he wants. Okay?
I mean, we're hardly going to go into the room with a transformed Lady Wolf.
Lawrence, have you been in the dungeon before? How secure is it?
I assume I haven't? No, that would be weird. No, I haven't. I don't know.
You could infer, as this wouldn't be the first place where you've been that has dungeons. You have been to other manor houses and castles that have old style dungeons. Generally, if they're maintained intact, they're pretty secure. If they are, a curio or used as a wine cellar or something like that, well, then, it's just like having a cellar.
If they are maintained, which, given Arthur's knowledge of the situation, I would assume he would. He's an intelligent man. That it should be maintained and it should be safe.
Do you trust him?
Could I appraise the state of the castle, like the rest of it, to see if I trust Florence or whether it might all be a bit crumbly?
You could give me a little appraise check. It is worthwhile.
My appraise.
What is appraise?
It's kind of evaluating is something well maintained. It's what's the value, like depending what your interests are. You could be appraising stamps, or you could be appraising pewter, but if you're a nouveau riche daughter of a person who wants to own land and become gentry himself, you could very well have spent some time looking at old mansions and houses and getting an idea of what they were.
Unfortunately, I only have 5 points in appraise, which I misremembered. I thought I had a lot more than that. I put them all into archaeology instead. Would a history check do?
You could do an archaeology check to see if it's a crumbling old disaster or...
Nice. This is my first archaeology roll. How exciting.
Let's see what you get first.
Yeah, I know. I've clicked it. It's not gone. Oh, failure. Oh, 2 points. I'm going to spend my luck that I just got to turn that into a success.
Okay. Castle Vane looks absolutely preserved and maintained in the manner which it has always existed. You can't see anywhere where there's like brickwork or modern concreting or anything like that. It looks like any work or any restoration or any repair they have done is done in the traditional style, which you would assume means they're similarly maintaining the dungeon in the same kind of
That doesn't mean that it's going to be high quality.
No. I mean, you could ask them, what do they normally use the dungeon for? Is it for storing their liquor or is it for flogging peasants?
Well, I think they probably use it for locking up their werewolf.
Yes, but before that, that's only been a recent thing.
Well, are you coming in or not, Harper?
Yes. Yes, Arthur, thank you for your time.
You guys,
yes.
You all notice, it's like, Lord Vane is not Florencing and talking nicely and being all polite, and he seems incredibly tense this morning. Understandably, perhaps.
I'm just going to mutter to Ruby, do you reckon I could hide the gun under my coat?
I mean, I say go for it.
Yeah, just shrug it down the back.
Yeah, they'll never know. I could always stand close.
Yeah, perfect.
I guess we don't tell Florence this because we'll put Florence in a tricky situation.
Don't tell me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
The two of you mutter away to each other as the rest of you, as the others start walking up. You go into the dining room. You see Florence's shotgun lying on the dining room table. No, yes, Larry. We've had the serving staff take the day off. Just everything got a little fraught with Larry and myself. So we gave everyone the day off and suggested they take a trip down to Edale and have a day out on us. So we have the castle to ourselves. But as I was saying to Florence, please leave the guns on the dining room table. You can have them back when you return. When you leave, I'm not having anybody shoot my little girl.
Question: is she chained up down there, or is she just?
Yes, she's
around?
chained to the wall and in a locked cell. There is no way she's escaped, or is going to be able to escape, or is going to be able to get to any of you. We will not be going into a cell with her. To be honest, I'm not particularly enamored of the idea of you going down and seeing her in any way. But Larry seems to think it will help you, maybe give you ability to dig out further information of some kind.
And we're grateful for the opportunity.
Yes, Lord Vane, could we perhaps compromise and leave our guns at the bottom of the stairs? I totally understand your position, but I was recently nearly eaten by a weird lizard creature, and I'm feeling rather in need of not being nearly eaten once again.
He looks at you very skeptically.
It
Give me a charm or fast talk or any kind of a social skill check there, Loveday, to seem convincing.
Whip out the scar.
That also seems like an option.
Yeah, because my only decent points are an intimidate, which would just not work on this man.
As we said,
so,
who needs anything but intimidation?
I have good fast talk. I could attempt to back you up.
I have good. One of us could do it on your behalf. Okay,
Yeah.
fast talk.
I'm
Do
just,
fast talk.
I'm honestly, if I'm in like a blouse and trousers, I'm going to say, Lord Vane, I don't understand why you think I'm lying to you, but look, we've just drawn ink around this insane bite so that we can see.
Unfortunately, this really weird green kind of scar has ink dot marks around the sides of it. It looks like a little work of art or some kind of Art Nouveau tattoo or something. But Valentine, what does this little bit of fast talk look like that you're engaging in?
It's probably just confusing and more, to be honest. So yes, it happened in London. So there was this large lizard that was dressed as an old lady, and then it bit Loveday. She nearly died, and she seems to be slowly turning green, which is why we've got this ink around the edges to track the progress of her greenness. But as part of our research,
So what you're telling me then is there's some kind of epidemic of these bizarre transformations. This isn't anything, and he looks at Larry. This isn't anything after all to do with our family history. It is all a load of bunkum. Well, that makes a lot more sense, I have to say.
She was a
why are you all digging into these bizarre occurrences?
Well, we didn't really want to.
Yes, I feel you missed the part where she's been bitten by a lizard. It's part of why we're digging into it, to be honest.
It's a long story. Perhaps we could look into it later and prioritize Eloise's health first.
I'm going to be quite adamant on two things. First, there will be no shooting my daughter. Okay.
No one's planning.
Irrespective, if needs be, I'll tranquilize her. I have a syringe here, and I will make sure she's sedated again.
Question: are you planning to syringe her?
Without getting eaten in the process.
That goes without saying, yes.
Listen, I was a military man in my youth. I'm not without some capability when it comes to the old hand to hand, as it were. You leave that part to me. Don't worry too much about that. It's not really ladies' business. Let me handle that part. I'll be there. She's not going to get out of her cell in any case. I mean, it's a securely locked cell. I don't think you understand. These cell dungeons were used for prisons. She's been in there nightly for months. Every three nights a week. 3 nights a month for several months. She's never once escaped.
How many syringes do you have? Could we all get one?
Hey, Chancellor Larry, listen. This isn't going to make it work. We're not on the same page at all here. Florence, if you and your friends would not mind, this is a family business, a family affair, and this has just made more clear to me that outside interference is not going to be helpful. It's not going to be any use to us.
Can I try to charm?
Because you're doing so well so far.
No, you can't try and charm her after that. No.
Oh, I didn't even do any talking.
You say it is a family business, but how are you planning to transform her back?
We're just looking to help.
I've been very clear what I'm firm on. If you wish to continue to argue, I see no reason for you to remain. Please, this is a moment of incredible pressure and stress for my family. I'm going to lose my temper in a minute. I ask you to leave. Get off my property now.
If my friends were to head off, could perhaps I have a look in your library and see if there is anything that I could find that may be of additional
You may have looked through my library, of course. You're not going downstairs to see Eloise.
I respect that is your decision. My friends will be on their way, and I will go do some research.
Very well. I don't think you're going to find anything in the library.
Fine. Good luck.
Hello,
it seems like it's going to go really well for you.
We were there to help you. We just want to remind you of that.
Try not to get eaten.
Yes, I'm fully aware who's here to help who
I'm confused. But
I'm gonna take that as my leave. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not this guy. Like, what the hell?
Please leave.
We're gone. We're literally gone. Like,
He is literally steaming as he stands there. Larry is like,
Bad at this.
upper class people are so weird. They're very emotional.
I know.
Yes.
It's all right, Valentine.
Would you
Let's go wait in the
please
car.
leave?
Why would you not get a dart gun instead of a syringe? I mean, oh my God.
Okay. I'm still gonna go to the
Valentine.
light.
Valentine, give me an idea roll as you say that. So it's an intelligence check, please.
Success.
nice.
You know how you keep talking about vets?
We.
Vets would definitely have tranquilizers, and depending on what kind of animals they need to deal with, they may even have a dart gun in this day and age.
Oh. Okay, so we're heading out the door. I might just lean back in and be like, do you happen to have a veterinarian in your employ?
You've seen a vet in Lesser Dale. It's just a couple of doors down from the inn. I mentioned it the first night when you came.
So
Oh, but so they don't have one in the castle.
Oh, I'm sure. No, they wouldn't
Or
have
not
their
in the
own
castle,
vet
but like on the grounds.
on staff. No.
No, okay.
All right, Florence, we'll see you in a couple of hours. Good luck. Try not to get eaten.
I shall see you later.
Ladies, I've had a thought about perhaps we go visit the local veterinarian, see if they have any tranquilizer guns.
Loveday's just got a bite. Is it? What are you going for tranquilizers for? She's not changed yet.
No, about the werewolf.
Oh, yeah. But I knew that.
If I wanted to tranquilize Loveday, I'd just get her a cocktail.
Could you perhaps
Take more
drive?
than one.
They've left. You're still inside.
We've left
yeah, don't
because
worry.
you kicked us out.
What?
You
They've
wanted
left.
us to
They've
leave.
abandoned
You
you.
were like,
They
leave,
told you they're
leave.
coming
We
back in a
left.
few hours. They're on their way to the town.
Okay, they have said. I was about to say they need to say that they are actually coming back.
Oh yeah,
and
they
not
said
frickin'
we'll see you in a
walking
couple of
back.
hours. Well, no, they said we'll
Oh,
see you
okay.
in a couple of hours. They never guaranteed they'd return, but I'm assuming they're going to come back for you.
Yeah. So I meant that.
I assume that there's a
Come back and pick
plan
you
that
up.
you're coming back.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she kicked us out to spend time with her upper class friends. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling
And to be
very
honest with you,
jealous,
I'm
if I'm
sort
honest.
of
I'm
with
trying
the
to get
whole werewolf
information. You're trying to offend every person on the earth.
Separate. We're separated. We're in different places.
thing. They offended us first.
So I have to say
Very
they're horribly
rude.
emotional.
Very rude, man.
Okay, so you ladies pile into the car, and a little bit of spinning of wheels and spraying of gravel as you rip off down the driveway in Loveday.
We did take our guns back on the way out, right?
You never
Still,
put
I
them
had
down.
mine down.
Only Florence,
Yeah.
Florence
I was
put
still
hers
holding
down.
mine.
Okay. Everyone roll spot hidden checks apropos of nothing, please.
Oh, golly. Failure.
Is that just them
Ooh.
three or is that me?
Let's go.
Oh no!
Just those
Oh
three.
no.
I fumbled.
Florence, can I ask you to do something for me on the honor code? Could you mute your speakers for a couple of seconds?
Oh.
You're not
My
there.
speakers.
Yeah, just
I see.
can't
just
hear.
mute
Oh,
so you can't hear.
okay.
So Valentine,
Oh no.
What did you
okay.
do?
So Loveday, you're chatting away to the others. You're in a little bit of a temper, perhaps.
I'm
you're
furious,
being
yeah.
driven away. Valentine is making pithy jokes about the nobility. Ruby is staring at the window, a little pensive, maybe a little worried about the bridges being burned behind her at the moment, and what it might mean for her future. And Ruby, you spot a dark shape moving very, very quickly across the fields as you drive up the road away from Castle Plum. do you say?
So it's
anything?
ahead. It's ahead of me.
It is off to the side of the road. It is not on the road, but it is moving away from the castle and kind of parallel to you, but towards some woods. Fast.
And which
Moving
direction
very
is our
fast.
car?
You are going. Let's say you're going west. Let's say it will be going west, maybe slightly south. So it's not going to meet up with you. It's going to disappear into the woods away from you. It is traveling probably around the same speed the car is going now. I mean, you're on a tiny little country bumpy road out of a castle. You're not on the main road, so Loveday isn't flooring it. But it is moving fast
Valentine.
away from you.
Oh, 100%. I'm shouting like, guys, look, and I'll just be pointing in the direction that this creature
What are we
is
looking at?
running.
What?
Did you see that?
Sorry.
Did you see that?
No.
Valentine, because you fumbled your spot hidden, when Ruby shouts, "Look at that," you turn and look at that. Could you please roll a drive check? Drive auto.
No.
Oh no!
No way.
As
Okay.
you turn and look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh no!
There is a resounding crash.
No. No.
We'll come back to the three of you shortly.
No way. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
No saying anything, no giving anything away.
Okay.
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 Does that mean I can?
Yes, I just realized you couldn't hear me, so I figured I needed to do hand signals to get you to turn back on your audio. Okay.
I put a message in the thing. You could have.
Oh, sorry.
I saw a
I'm
lot
not
of very
looking at the-
telling. I saw a lot of very telling
Oh, life is good.
uh,
Everything's
facial
wonderful.
expressions.
Everything's wonderful.
I'm sure I'm about to die. I'm sure I'll come back with character number 2 next week.
So, Larry goes, well, listen, Dad, Father, that was unfortunate, I know, but before Florence gets digging into the books, if she thinks it would help her to get a look at Eloise and see what she's looking up, how can that hurt, Father? Listen, son, seeing what you saw what just happened. Nobody is going to agree to have the same restraint with my daughter, as we are. We'll have this. It'll always be like this. Florence, I know you since you were small, and I trust you. If you think you need to get a look at Eloise, maybe even your voice will help to calm her a bit, and maybe she'll transform back if you can reassure her. I'm happy enough for you to go downstairs.
Thank you. I must apologise to my friends. They are merely looking after their own well-being. We've been through some difficult things. I'm sure they don't
I
want to offend.
did not expect them to put my daughter's well-being above their own at all. This is why I said I didn't think it was worth involving people outside the family. I felt anyway. We're not going to relitigate the past. And as he kind of turns back to you, there is the most horrendous crashing, smashing, rending of metal sound from outside in the distance.
Okay.
Larry looks up,
Do I?
suddenly shocked.
What was that?
I don't know. It sounded almost like an automobile crashing or something. And Larry runs for the front window. You might not be the one creating new character sheet. So Larry runs for the front window.
Don't look too happy about it, though, Florence.
Yeah.
Well, I
Rude.
thought that was the sound of Eloise getting out, so I thought I was going to be wolf meat. So
So Larry runs for a front window. Do you go with him?
yes.
Super. Okay, you reach front window and you see a plume of smoke from sort of down near the end of the Vane driveway as it reaches the castle gate. It seems like a car has smashed into the gate post. You can't really see much from here above the wall, but there's definitely a tangle of metal and smoke plume billowing out of an automobile.
Excuse me, I think that may have been my friends in that
We better
car.
go down and help them,
Shall-
quickly.
Let's go help them. Let's go check that they're safe.
Go, Larry. You look after them. I'll check on Eloise. Make sure nothing has changed. Port Arthur heads off into the back, and Larry runs out front with you. You run down toward
We're
the
going to-
gate. Okay. Valentine, Loveday, and Ruby. Could each of you please roll me dexterity check?
Uh-oh. I don't want. I'm not rolling good.
Failure for me.
Extreme success for Ruby.
Okay, Ruby, you kind of see this coming. Oh, it's almost like it's in slow motion for you, and you manage to kind of slip yourself back in your seat and brace yourself. And when the impact comes, you manage to cushion yourself a little so you're not completely flung through a window or anything like that.
Oh my days! What does that mean?
Loveday
for this?
and Valentine, you're each going to take 1d3 damage.
Oh, no.
Ruby, Valentine, you take 3 damage, and
Okay.
Loveday, you take 1 damage. That's not a major wound for anyone, I'm reasonably sure. Ruby, you are merely shaken and discombobulated. Loveday
the
and
table.
Valentine, you are somewhat going to have difficulty extricating yourselves from the car. Ruby, you'll probably be able to clamber out pretty quickly.
It's just I do have 6 hit points out of 12.
You should be
We did
better than that.
sleep,
Have you not been
yeah.
healing?
No. The
Every
howling-
night. So when did you take that damage?
Was it not in
That's
the
from
last
a
one?
long
Was it
time
not?
ago, isn't it?
I don't think so. Was it for that long ago?
Yeah, we went to
Before
the last
Edale, I
couple
think.
of times. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you haven't
happened
fought
yesterday.
anything since.
I thought there was like an insanity. Wasn't there an insanity thing? And I started hitting myself, maybe, or
Oh, yes. Okay.
while we were in the
Yes.
in the
So
castle.
that was on Thursday the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you've regained 4 hit points since then.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I need to stay on top of that. That's my bad.
No, that's my fault. I'd forgotten you were injured at all. Otherwise, I'd be telling you to do your healing each day, like I have been Loveday. Because for me, it's you hadn't been in a fight, you hadn't got injured, but you same as Mick did, you injured yourself. Okay, so you are down 2 hit points, but yeah, so you take no damage anyway. You're somewhat shaken and discombobulated, but you'll be able to kind of extricate yourself from the car quite easily. Valentine and Loveday, these old cars crumple quite easily, and there's bent metal and broken glass and everything upside down and all over the place. So it will take you a couple of rounds to extricate yourselves from the vehicle. Ruby,
Can
are
I
you
help to get-
clambering out, or are you going to help them first?
I'd like to help.
Okay. So within the car, you're kind of trying to pry one of them loose. Who? Who's your favorite child?
Sophie's choice.
I mean, it would be Loveday because I'm closer to Loveday.
So you're reaching into the
Stop it.
back.
Sorry, Valentine.
You're reaching into the back and trying to help Loveday get loose of the.
So was I in the front with Valentine?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And hence the pointing across the sudden turn and the losing control. Okay. So yes. You between the two of you, then it'll take maybe a minute or so for Loveday to be able to get out with you. Okay. And Valentine, it'll be a couple of minutes for you, particularly as you're having to dodge Ruby's foot now every now and again as she's trying to help because the car is on its side and Ruby is kind of clambering to try and help Loveday in the back, and then the foot occasionally comes toward you and you're like, oh.
I appreciate you kicking me when I'm injured.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
Sorry,
but-
Valentine.
Florence, as you and Larry run pell-mell down the drive, you see. Assume you didn't stop to grab your gun off the dining room table.
I mean,
Gun is going to
Maybe
be
I
helpful
did.
in a car crash.
no, I probably didn't. I probably just went running.
Okay. As you're running pell-mell down the drive, you actually see a figure clambering up onto the side of the car out of the window, and trying to pull someone with them. It's Ruby trying to pull Valentine out of the side of the car. The car is on its side, the front end quite crumpled in. The whole thing is a bit of a ruined mess.
Can I shout to Florence to help get Valentine out of the?
Yeah, you probably Larry is calling out. Are you okay? Are you okay? Come here, help!
Quick,
So
we need
you're
help! We
calling
need
for help?
help!
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go over, and if Ruby's helping Loveday, then we're gonna help Valentine.
Okay. You help your friend. I'll get the French lady out of the front.
Okay.
You're not.
I'll-
You're not a friend. French
friend,
lady.
apparently.
And
I knew I didn't like this guy.
he runs around to the front of the car and kicks clear the shards of horrifically dangerous broken glass from this front windscreen, to make sure that he doesn't lacerate you on the way out, Valentine. And then he's reaching through. Are you disentangled? Are you? The steering column isn't pinning you or anything, is it?
It's not right.
No.
No.
Once it's just
No.
clambering
I'm
out
just a
around
bit-
it. It's going to be awkward and it hurt.
I'm just
You're
a little
hurt.
bit stuck.
Right.
Love how calm
So
Valentine
let's
is.
do this. Let's do this carefully. I smell petrol.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, then we should
I
move.
hope there's no. The engine is still running as well. Is there any? Do you think you could cut the ignition? Yeah, you can't get to it at all.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, God.
Excellent.
It's the whole steering column is out of whack and all over the place. And he said, "Okay, well, okay. Let's just get you out as quick as possible then, in case this thing catches fire."
Sounds good.
Okay, takes a few minutes. Ruby, are you saying anything as Florence helps you pull Loveday out and get her down cautiously?
I'm pretty sure
I'm
I saw.
probably asking, what the hell happened?
Yeah, and I'll reply saying, I'm pretty sure I just saw Eloise running into the woods, guys. Are you sure she's in that
What?
dungeon? Is she in the dungeon?
I haven't been down there, but
Well, of
Arthur
course she
said
is.
that.
You know
Father's
this
down
for
there
a
with her
fact?
right now.
I'm almost certain I saw her running into the woods.
Lawrence Vane,
Unless
get
it's-
back here! You bellow
Right on
from up
cue.
the castle.
That sounds
Well,
like
that
she's not
doesn't
in the
sound
dungeon.
Roll in the dungeon. Sorry.
Confound it all.
That's what to know.
Listen,
I don't know.
just try and breathe out as I pull, all right? And he
You
leans
breathe in?
back and pulls you through the windscreen. bodily pulls you through in one movement. You slide out. And yes, so all of you are free of the automobile before it starts to catch fire.
Merci. This was close.
And, Larry just takes off at a run back.
That might be the first win of the day, gang.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Silver lady.
Larry takes off and starts running back toward the castle as the flames lick around this automobile.
Maybe we should get away from this automobile before it explodes.
I'm
I need
probably
my
going
gun.
to go after Larry.
Oh,
Are you going back into the automobile after your gun? The burning
Let's go back.
I'm
vehicle?
not going to climb in. Can I reach through the window and grab it? Because it would have been on the back seat next to me.
The window is on top of the car.
It's sideways.
Where's the fire?
It is in the car.
It's not like it's not started in the engine.
It's going to blow at any
But
second.
remember, the
isn't it?
engine is in the front.
So,
It's good
get
to blow.
away.
Forget
I'm
cigarettes,
probably
forget
yelling,
cigarettes.
get away, get away, get away. It's not safe. Get away, get away.
We've got Anne's guns. Just
and
go. Just go.
I'm going to be following Larry back. And also my gun is still inside, so I want that back.
Okay, so you're running back. You're
so
shouting,
I'm
"Get
going
away, get away!" I'm running back to the house. Ruby, meanwhile, is staring off at the far out of the woods.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's out
Would
there.
it be more staring at the woods, hoping nothing is coming from the woods toward the fire, or is it more staring at the woods, going, "Should we follow?"
I guess just making sure, like, clocking where Eloise would be is what's in the woods. Who else has got the fear for their lives out there?
Roll me luck check, ladies.
It's success. It's first good roll today.
Yeah,
Failure. Why? Why did I?
So it would be a group luck check for the three ladies who are in the car. So technically, it should be whoever has the lowest luck would have rolled. Okay,
Don't mind me.
so
Mine doesn't
you did
matter.
not stop to put your guns in the trunk, which is quite easily accessible. However, you do remember that Mick's gun is probably in the trunk.
Hey. Let's get the mix gun.
So you could quickly open that and get it out before the fire spreads too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's also,
for it.
it's not like Hollywood. It's not as a woof, 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 exploding car. It's like quite small petrol tanks, quite small fire, but it is hot. It is a fire. So climbing into it would be a terrible idea, but standing near it is, you'll be okay.
They definitely
I'm
also
still tempted.
they definitely have guns in the house. Like this is a country house. There's definitely shotguns inside.
But those were brand new, and they're the state-of-the-art latest line. Ugh, this is dreadful.
take
How am I
Mick's
going
one?
to explain this to Daddy?
We have mix. We have Florence's. Let's just
Mick has
take-
one of the
take
double
those.
barrels, right?
Yeah.
Right,
So
we grab it. We go.
You grab out Mick's gun, and then Ruby, give me a spot hidden, please.
Extreme
Yes.
success.
Again. Okay.
Yeah.
As you stand watching in the dim, murky afternoon, you're pretty sure you see something in the woodline.
Wait, do you guys see that? Do you see that over there?
Oh, don't you do this to me again.
No, just look, quick.
What? What, Ruby? Where? Point to it. Point it to
There,
us.
in the woodline.
She's pointing at the woods far away across like a long stretch of field. Spot hiddens?
I can't.
Failure.
Success.
Yes,
Yes.
Valentine.
Yes.
Valentine, you see something. Definitely there was something moving there a second ago in the tree line for sure. Yeah.
Hey, I told you there's something there.
Okay, maybe we go back inside.
We're gonna
get more
lose
guns?
track of the creature. You want to just leave the creature? We won't know where it's going.
We only have one gun. Well, one shotgun. I have a handgun, but
I too have a handgun.
Can we back up, keep an eye on where it's going? Was it moving away from us or moving towards us? Is my main concern currently.
You haven't seen it, and when you asked the others, they couldn't tell.
We just saw something
There was
moving.
movement in the tree line.
It could also have just been a big dog.
Meanwhile,
No,
back at the castle,
was definitely not.
Florence, you've run into the castle hallway. Lord Vane is there. She's gone. She's the chain that's been ripped from the wall, broken completely. But the cell is locked.
How did she get out? Is there a window? Or
Larry is looking at him befuddled. He said, "No, there's a vent. There's a little vent this size that runs up to a vent on the outside of the castle, and the vent has bars over it. I mean, there's no way she could have got through that."
Well, if she's outside, then she must have done.
It's impossible. I mean, even in transformed back into a girl, she wouldn't have fit through. It's no more than 6 inches by 6 inches, this vent.
Well, she's got out somehow.
You're good at this kind of thing. You come down and have a look with us and see if you can work out how she escaped.
Yes,
I mean, private investigator has to be good for something.
Of course, absolutely.
Very good.
Come down and have a look.
Okay, so he leads you into the back. He leads you down the back stairs into the cellar, down the cellar stairs into the dungeon. So first, when you go down, it's like dark and like a sub cellar. You go through the wine cellar, and then there's a long flight of steps into a cold, dark stone chamber, in which a few ancient chains hang from the walls. An unlocked iron door leads into a series of 9 cells, each fitted with iron doors of their own. He pulls out a key ring. On it there are 3 keys. He says, one of these is for the main door, and the other 2 are for 2 of these cells. We don't have keys for the rest of them. All the cells are bare, except for Eloise's, which is a cell right at the very back. All the cells are bare, but hers has straw thrown on the floor. Quite a thick layer of straw. There is a couple of the cells have a little bit of dim kind of afternoon light filtering in through the ventilation shafts, but you can see these are 14 feet above the ground, and there's obviously no clear way of climbing up to them or anything like that. They are very narrow, as he had said, and very little light can filter through. So you get down into the dungeon, and you want to have a look around? Want to examine the door or anything like that?
Yeah, examine the door.
Okay. The door is securely locked. He hands you the key. You're going to check it. It's absolutely fine.
Yes, it looks so. I believe you. Well, let's open the door, go in, and see what we can see inside.
Cell, have a little look around. Give me a spot hidden check, please.
Success?
Regular success?
Regular success.
Okay. She has clearly been in here. The straw is still slightly warm where something has been curled up. There is a chain which has been torn out of the wall. There's also, you see kind of scrabbling and claw marks and scratches on one of the walls.
Well, she was scratching at something, but that was probably just an overall trying to escape. Can I see the vent?
Yes, there. He points up 14 feet above. Well, so about 9 feet above your head is well, you're quite tall. Less 8 feet above your head. There is a small vent in the kind of junction of the ceiling and the wall, and it leads out at a very steep, maybe 70-degree angle. Up to the outside, and when you move around, you can kind of get a glimpse of the sky through it, and you can see bars.
Okay, well, okay. Is there anything else in the room, or is it just
No. Larry is also poking around. Ooh. 1 second. How does that match up to his spot hidden? No. Oh yes, it is. Larry is poking around and he's looking where you pointed to the scratches and things. He says, "These scratches, there's something strange about just this." And he kind of runs his hand over where there's a particular kind of repeating set of claw marks. He runs his hand over, and as he does, his hand moves, and one of the large stones just presses in a little. The door swings inward away from you into a dark tunnel.
Well,
What
my guess
in
would be
heaven's
that's
name
how...
is that, Father?
Arthur is so shader. He's so shader.
I have no idea. I mean, there's stories in the histories of our ancestors being involved in smuggling, some things like that. A secret way in and out of the castle would not have been unheard of, but I never knew of this. Meanwhile, outside, you ladies are trying to decide whether to lose sight of Eloise and head back to the castle, or whether to wait, or whether to track her down, or...
Is there a car that we can borrow?
You haven't seen one. However, there are a couple of outbuildings nearby, as I mentioned. Aside from the mausoleum, there's a large shed-like building. Could be a garage or some kind.
Is that back up towards the castle?
It's all up by the castle.
And if we back away slowly and keep an eye on the tree line.
Perfect. Exactly what I was going to suggest. Let's do it.
I want to check out one of these outhouses, see if we can commandeer another vehicle.
I don't take my eyes off the woods.
Yeah,
Somebody singing.
Chilling howl from over near the woods.
I don't care for that.
No, let's back up faster, ladies. Chop, chop. Let's go. Back to the house, please.
Okay, moving away. Still looking.
Yeah,
You're
still
not
eyes
seeing
on
anything
the-
in the tree line anymore.
Okay. Do we go back in and tell Larry what we've seen? Maybe.
How close are we to the house now?
It's a long driveway. Took them a couple of minutes to run down to you, and they were running pell-mell, so it's probably a 3 or 4 minute walk. We've been backing away slowly, so give it another couple of minutes. You could walk up, or you could run if you want.
Fear running might activate some kind of predator thing, so continue to walk.
Back away.
Steadily. Yeah.
Keep an eye all around.
Yep.
Okay. You walk steady, calmly back up. And a few minutes later, you arrive back up to the castle. To once again find nobody there. Meanwhile, downstairs, Florence, Lord Arthur and Larry are both kind of staring at this doorway. Larry has his hand on it and he's holding it. He says, "It seems like it's weighted and it will swing back closed if I let it go."
Well, perhaps we could follow it, see where she's ended up. But if she's out there,
yes,
then we'll need those syringes.
Lord Arthur says, I'll need to get a torch. I'll go back up. So yes, I'll go back up for a torch, a flashlight.
Yes, and as I said, make sure that you have those syringes with you.
Yes, I have the syringe here. He kind of pats his jacket.
Is there any other applicator you have for those? Possibly something to apply at distance other than a syringe?
Well, no, we've never even needed to use a syringe. We give her sedative through her food. Listen, I'll be back in a moment with a flashlight. There's no time to lose if she's out. He dashes off back up, and you hear him rummaging around in the cellar above, and he comes straight back down a second later. Flashlight. He hands you one, and he takes one. Now, he looks at Larry. Takes the flashlight from his hand. Yes, I'll go first. And just steps straight on into the tunnel. It is tight and cramped. It's about maybe 5'6", 5.5 feet tall, about maybe 20 inches across. Larry almost has to turn sideways. Lord Arthur is going to be tight fit. Larry starts moving on through. You go along behind him?
Yes.
So, you've been involved in stuff like this a bit, have you?
Well, not exactly like this, but of investigating of strange matters, yes.
Does it get any less unnerving?
Not particularly, I might say.
Flashlight just doesn't seem sufficient, to be honest.
No.
With having some electric lights down here, probably. I'll have to get the place wired up. He seems to be trying to distract himself. Goes on for a little way, and again reaches another blank piece of stone wall. After a while, you've kind of come up at an angle for a good distance, and he's reached a blank stone wall, and he seems to be looking at it. Do you wanna have a look as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden check, please, and we'll jump back to the others, and I'll come back and tell you what the result of your spot hidden check is. You've reached the castle.
Failure.
Into the hallway. No sign of anybody.
What are they doing? Wonder if Lord Vane was eaten.
Well, I'm sure they'd be checking the dungeon, surely, with the shouting that Arthur was doing.
Yeah, should we head down?
They had to re-look for some car keys. And or shotguns. Let's
We'd
grab
end up
Florence's
just
one.
stealing Florence's, leaving her unarmed in the castle.
We could reunite her with her shotgun.
I do think she'll have gone down. If they've gone down into that dungeon, then she'll have gone down with them. So we probably ought to try and get a gun down to her.
Yep, let's do it.
Wouldn't do to leave her unprotected, as they're clearly determined not to protect her.
Okay, then.
So you
But
go down.
I'm going to just lock the doors before we go, just in case any beastie should be following us.
Good thinking.
Seems smart.
Okay, so you go back and lock the front door of the castle.
Yeah, and then the kitchen door and the French windows that were mentioned earlier as well.
So you go to the kitchen door is locked, you go back to the French windows. Give me a listen check, please, as you're going around the different doors.
Oh boy. All failure, but only by a point, so I'm going to spend luck and make that a success.
As you come away from the kitchen door, you're back in the back of the house, but you swear you hear something at the front of the house. Maybe it's your companions. Where did you guys stay? Did you go back to the dining room where the shotgun is, or did you stay in the main grand hallway? Or
I wanted to go back to grab the shotgun to bring
you were
down
heading
with
back.
us.
Okay, so you're kind of back in the area of the house where Loveday is. So yeah, Loveday, you're pretty sure it's not them. There's something. Sounds like there's someone at the front of the house. Like you're not sure if it was a door rattling or.
I am going to move much faster to get the French windows locked, because I think we left those open when we arrived.
You reach the French windows. They are wide open. That rising
Close
wind
those and lock
is
them.
blowing in curtains, or billowing. And as you close and lock the French windows, you notice that there's no big shutters or anything to close over the French windows. Just the heavy, thick curtains.
Well, fantastic. I am going to close the wind curtains, and then I'm going to try and get the others as quickly as possible down to that cellar, because I suspect that beast is coming for us. And I would like to be on the other side of a locked dungeon door before it does.
You hear the kitchen door now.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, let's downstairs immediately into the cellar. Don't ask any questions, just go. The boat that is coming. It's coming. Let's go. Yeah, Valentine, not at the time.
We
Downstairs
just
now.
skedaddle. We do as we're told.
All right.
Valentine reluctantly does as she's told.
Just like,
You bring up the rear, Loveday?
Sorry.
You bring up the rear? So who
Yes.
has mixed double barrel
And I've-
shotgun?
I think
I
Valentine
think Loveday does. Oh no, I went to get
I do.
Florence's, so I think you have it. Yeah.
Yeah, Valentine has
Perfect.
Florence's
I'll have
shotgun.
mix then, yeah.
Did
I
Florence
think you
have
said earlier
one of the
that
automatic
Florence
shotguns?
had the semi-automatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Florence had one of the semi-automatics, did she? Okay. So you start going down the stairs into the cellar. It's quite an old cellar, quite well appointed. As I said, a bit of a nice wine cellar, lots of old bottles. Loveday, definitely curious, interesting, something interesting, nice to see. But for another time, perhaps. You go down those stairs. There is an open door leading to like a large old thick wooden door with steel iron rivets in it again, just like the front door. But it is open, and beyond it there are dark stairs leading down, kind of dank stone stairway into the dungeon.
And this looks very atmospheric.
Yeah. Are there any light sources? Because I think the others went down without torches, so presumably there is some way to see.
There are electric lights up here, and there is a single electric light down below.
Oh, I think Valentine has a torch in her bag, actually.
Sweet.
Probably.
Perfect. Cool. Can I bustle the others through and close that really big door behind us again?
You can.
Does this door have a lock?
No. Sorry, it does. It has a lock, but there's no key.
Yeah.
That's handy. Right.
Well,
I'm going to close it anyway. Just hope.
there's obviously a
Hope that means
key,
us a
but
minute.
you do not know it's on the it's on the what's it called?
The ring.
Key ring that
Lord Arthur's got.
Lord
Yeah.
Vane has.
Oh. And seeing as we're both carrying shotguns, I'm going to give Ruby the torch.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
Okay. And you go down into the dungeon, and as described, you find 9 cells with iron bars, all closed up. One cell at the end, which is empty and filled with straw.
And this is weird.
Where did they go? They must have come down here.
Hello, is anybody there?
You call out, no answer.
Can I roll a spotted in?
You can.
I will as well.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh god, mine's really bad. Failure. Catastrophic failure. Have they left the key in the door of Eloise's cell?
No,
or
absolutely
was that
not.
also on a ring that they've taken with them?
Absolutely not.
Are there
Key
any
is on the key ring.
cells? Are there any cells with like bolts or keys?
Oh. So I rolled in history. So I was thinking that potentially there might be something about dungeons having.
Old castles like this sometimes might have had secret ways in and out, Valentine. But again, there's nothing to say that they were down here.
Yeah.
I wonder if they went to the library.
It would be an odd time to go to the library since
guess
Eloise had escaped.
Yeah, I just remember Florence saying about heading that way.
Well, we could go and have a
So,
listen at the door.
Are we
perhaps,
are
see
we
if
all
can
happy
hear
with
anything.
our rolls for the spot hidden? Nobody's gonna spend any luck
Mine's
or
too big
push
to-
the roll or anything like that.
How do you
I might
push a roll
push.
again?
Do
Yeah,
something
I don't
different
mind pushing it. Mine's terrible.
and roll again, and something bad happens if you fail.
I feel like something bad's going to happen anyway, so.
I think
I'll
the
try
luck is
again.
not on my side today.
Yeah, I failed again.
Oh, so you
Okay,
just
so
roll second
that was a push roll, was it?
Hmm. So I think what I should have described my push. So
Yeah.
I think I'd just been like scanning around previously, just trying to look if I could see anything. But then I'd have gone closer into Eloise, maybe fully into Eloise's cell, and started like scuffling through the straw, like pulling along the walls to see if I can see anything
Chunk.
that might indicate.
Cell door snaps shut behind you.
Oh, for God's sake. Are we all in there? Or
No,
is it
just
just... Oh, no.
What is happening?
Can I pull on the door to try and open it?
It's locked.
Great. Are the other cells locked all along?
All the other cells are locked.
Oh,
Can I shoot the lock?
that seems like a terrible idea. Maybe don't do that.
They turns around, levels her shotgun at the lock, which you're standing beside, shaking the door.
I wouldn't know. That was a question for the keeper. That was not. I am going to do that.
You can do anything.
I would warn them.
But yes, the thought comes into your head. You turn, gun ready to shoot the lock, and yes, of course you could shoot the lock, but you realize that it might not be the best idea. Valentine that might be a bad idea. Talk it out among yourselves.
Maybe you don't do that.
Okay, let's try and
We've
think
got
our
to
way
get
out
this
of
damn
this.
door open.
There were two options of how Eloise got out. Either somebody let her out or she got out on her own. So if she got out on her own, then there has to be another way out of that cell.
Well, I can't see anything from in here. There's straw all over the floor. I'll start kicking the straw aside, see if maybe there's like a secret tunnel. She's dug herself out.
Meanwhile,
Nothing.
Florence, you are out in a tunnel at a dead end brick wall. It's not brick like house bricks, or it's again a stone wall, but a little more modern, a little more not so much the old ancient build, but a kind of more modern stone wall. You're pushing, you're poking, you're kind of trying to work something out. Eventually, Lord Arthur says, "Just try pushing it, for heaven's sake, Larry. Stop poking around at it." And Larry kind of puts his shoulder in and pushes, and sure enough, the whole wall just grinds and slides forward. And then once it's sliding, it swings quite evenly on a almost like a counterweight. And you come out, and as you look down at your feet as you walk through, you notice there's scrape marks where this door has been pushed open in the past.
This looks like it's been opened before.
Yes, that looks quite recent. This must be how she got out. How the tarnation she worked it out, though, I don't know. This whole thing is confusing. I mean, is she rational when she's that beast? And that also, where is she? I mean, Father, do you have a gun with you? No, all the guns are in the house. And anyway, we're not shooting her. We've talked about this.
Well, we've got to have some way to bring her in, and just a syringe may not be sufficient.
Good heavens, we're in the
some
Mausoleum.
other way.
He goes over kind of to between a couple of one now quite obviously kind of stone beers, and the door should be here. Yes, look. He swings open the door, and yes, you can see outside into the fading light of the winter evening. Rain is starting to fall, and the wind has really picked up. The trees are lashing outside. Looks like it's going to be a foul night as well. Well, maybe let's get back to the castle. Get the doors locked behind us and make sure everything's okay. Find out where your bloody friends are as well.
Yes, we should get everyone together and come up with a plan. I still think we need some other method of delivery than that syringe. Maybe if I don't know, a dart gun. Do we know any vets? Any?
I've never done that kind of hunting. I only have a rifle and shotguns, and that's it. I think I've one old Webley. But yes, there's a vet in Lesser Edale.
They may have something for bringing down.
That's from very, very nearby. There's a roaring, shrieking howl.
Okay, are we still inside the mausoleum?
You're literally at the door of the mausoleum, about to walk out, and Arthur stops.
Maybe we should stay.
Can you
Maybe
catch
we should
that
close
door?
that door?
And Larry turns and is looking at the door, looking at the wall, and it seems like it only opens one way, Father. It swings out. It closed when we let it go. Oh, are we trapped here, or are we going to go for the house? Ladies, you hear that shrieking roar outside through the ventilation shafts. It almost echoes down through the ventilation shafts to you. They seem to act almost like an amplifier for sound.
Wait, what was that? That sounded like it was coming from in the cell.
There's snuffling and grunting or growling up at the vents. You hear iron bars being ripped away from the vents.
least we know it's not yet inside the house.
Still don't know how it got out, though.
Loveday, the cell you're in, the ventilation shaft goes dark. You hear scratching, screaming noise. There's something clawing its way.
How high up was this ventilation shaft? Could I reasonably shoot up it?
You could shoot up it, yeah. It's about 6 feet above your head. The spread of the shot, you'd need to get the barrel quite close to it to be able to kind of shoot. And then you're going to be at a weird angle. It's you're going to have a penalty dice to try to shoot up through the ventilation shaft.
What do you think, ladies? Shall I have a go?
I'd be worried that you would get some kind of recall on your face.
This is true. God, if only I was taller. Christ, there's got to be a way out of this cell. There has to be. I mean, it can't have got down the shaft. It can't have got up the shaft, so surely it can't get down. God almighty.
See if there might be something besides the door to, like, pop the door open. Maybe she was able to pop the door open of the cell.
I'll just start, like, frantically feeling around on the wall, like, hitting whatever I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a luck check then. Meanwhile, outside, Florence, Lord Arthur looks torn. He's in two minds. You can see him looking out as if, like, that's my girl out there, and he's looking like he's inclined to go out and try and find her.
I think that we should not go out unless we have a better way of bringing her down than a syringe. I think we can't risk ourselves in all that we have to look after ourselves. And now I'm not saying we go after her with a gun. I think we should try and find some other way to administer a syringe, but I don't think we should try and go out and get ourselves torn up if she's like this. So let's try and stay inside the mausoleum for now, and if we can get this door open, then we get this door open, and if we can't, then we wait for it to be safe, for her not to be near for us to go back to the house.
Okay. Yes, I suppose you're right. That is all it's my house. I'm going back to the house. And, well, if I see her, I see her, and maybe it's at the syringe. Maybe I do what needs to be done. You stay here, Larry. You keep her safe. Close the door behind me and keep her safe. I'll try and come back in through the tunnel and let you back into the house through the mausoleum. I'm off. And he steps out into the rain. Quick, close the door now.
Close the door.
You close the door?
Are you sure there's... I feel like it's terribly dangerous.
Shh, quiet. Larry's like, quiet. What if she coming? What if she comes in? What if she hears you? Larry is pushing to close the door now. Kind of pushes it closed, reaches past you, pushes it closed. That's the last you see of Lord Arthur for a while. Downstairs. Loveday, you're flailing around, batting, pushing, pressing walls to no avail. Nothing helpful. No. You're starting to feel a little claustrophobic. You don't have any fear of constrained spaces or anything like that, do you?
Do you know what? I have a horrible feeling that I do, actually. Oh, yes, phobias and manias. Terror of confined spaces. Oh, good.
Oh no.
Wonderful. That's, I think, been added since I did this character sheet.
That is new because you had a mental break
bad
over the reptile people, remember?
I did. Yeah.
So yeah, you are struggling right now. How is this manifesting? Lovely.
I think I'm so, like, stiff upper lip, but it's just coming out as I'm just getting, like, more and more, like, furiously pushing on the walls, maybe starting to beat on them with my fists and, like, not noticing that I'm getting a bit bloody and just very clearly panicking, but also doing that really annoying thing where I'm like, I'm fine.
Okay. So you're kind of trying to remain calm, but clearly not. Okay. Loveday, Ruby, you can tell. Valentine is Loveday is Valentine and Ruby. You can tell Loveday is not doing great in there.
Okay, is there anything we can do? We can use out here to prise the door open?
Just try and stay
Looking
calm.
around,
Try and
pretty
stay
much looking
calm.
around.
We're gonna find a way out of this.
Spot hidden.
Loveday, this shooting the lock off idea is looking more attractive every moment.
Regular success on spot hidden.
Nothing. There's nothing useful down here to pry open the door with. No.
I don't see any scratches.
Maybe up in the
perhaps.
cellar.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
so you can see scratches on the wall in the cell, but just scratches on the wall.
Can't suggest to check those.
Yeah, well, you've been checking, you've been poking around at all sorts of things. It takes a hard spot hidden to actually find this. It is very, very well concealed. The door at the top of the stairs slams open.
Do you have a lockpicking kit or anything like that?
Do I?
You're asking this as the door at the top of the stairs in the dungeon where you are
Yes.
just slammed open?
I'm
Okay.
yes. Trying to speed things along.
Where's lockpicking in the list?
Locksmith, it will be called. And
Locksmith. No, 7.
footsteps
Okay.
down into where you are.
I start backing up closer to the
Point the shotgun.
to the cell where Loveday is.
You're backing
sort
up to the
of protect.
cell. You're getting close. You're aiming the shotgun towards the stairs.
Yep.
Wait, who's down here?
Oh, God, it's just this guy.
What in the blazes are you doing down here?
We're trying to escape your daughter in her airy form, and our friends accidentally got trapped in the cell. It's a long story. Have you got the key?
Here, jingle the keys. Right. Okay. Well, let me through then. Are you all right in there, Miss Llewellyn?
I can't answer. I'm past it.
You're just sitting
She has a problem with small
kinda
spaces.
Oh well, damn fool place to come if you have no problem with small places. So, you probably don't want to follow me down this corridor either. Then, but one of you hold this door open and opens the cell door, and maybe not you, Miss Llewellyn. Loveday, you kind of want to get back up outside, back up into the wider space. You don't want to be constrained down here anymore. Miss Fontaine, will you hold the cell door open for me? Just make sure it doesn't get locked again. And Miss, sorry, I forget your name. Will you hold this? And he goes over and starts pressing around at some of the stone slabs on the wall. Next thing, door swing.
Knew there had to be a passage.
Will you hold this? I have to go and fetch Florence and my son before Eloise finds them.
All right.
Florence down in the mausoleum. A sudden rattling shaking of the door. Something starts to slam against it from the outside. Larry's like, for God's sake, Florence, what do we do? I mean, has she killed Father?
We don't know
Is she
that.
coming after us next?
We don't know that. Right now, we need to remain calm.
Do you have your
stop
gun?
her getting in here.
Listen, all I have, and
No.
he takes up his walking stick and pulls out a long kind of sword stick. All I have is this.
Oh, well, that's better than nothing. Actually, do I have my handbag? Do I assume that...
Luck check.
Bring... Because if I have my handbag, then I have a little handgun, even if I don't have the shotgun. Yes, success. Okay, so... I've got my handgun, but I don't have the shotgun. But this will be better.
Well, that's better than nothing. Yes, yes,
nothing.
of course.
Better than nothing. Okay,
The door
so
is shaking
what we're going
now,
to do
rattling and shaking. The whole thing. It's quite an old door into the morning.
is it a pull or a push?
It opens inward.
Opens inward. Okay, so we both put our weight against the door to keep it shut.
Okay. You guys rush up and say, "Help me!" and you're saying to keep it shut. Okay. He kind of goes up with
keep
you.
It
And
shut. It
the two of you
opens
put your
inwards.
shoulders
Keep
against
the door shut.
The door jostles and jostles and jostles, and something is determinedly slamming itself against the door now.
I am very strong though.
Yeah.
If that matters.
I am going to ask for a strength check, please.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a bonus dice
this is the
because of Larry, and she's going to get her normal roll.
So success, and then do I click the bonus penalty?
Yes, do, just in case it gets a better level of success.
So what does the 4... Sorry, remind me how this works.
So what did you get? You got a 79 and a 49. 49 is not quite an extreme success. You need a 40 for an extreme success. So it doesn't really make a huge difference.
Can I spend some luck
You can.
to make that, or
Yeah, 9 points to
yeah?
make it
Can
a
I?
hard
How much
success.
luck do I need to spend?
9 to make it a hard success.
Yeah, sure. This now seems like the time.
Yes, it does. However,
Oh no. Okay.
the door slams inward, and you and Larry are flung backward down the couple of steps into the mausoleum. And if you look in roll 20, you will see the face that stares in at you.
Okay. Great. Okay, maybe we should have
Drenched
left
in
when we
rain.
had the chance.
Her blonde hair that she's so proud of is this lanky falling around her hideously disfigured looking face, huge gaping maw, bloody teeth just jutting out. Her eyes are sunk back into her head. Her neck is muscled and has tendons standing out in the sides. Her whole body is hulking and bulging with muscle as she stalks down the steps into the mausoleum toward you.
I'm gonna shoot her.
You're gonna shoot at her? Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna die. So
Okay. Give me a sec. So you would have the initiative. I'm almost certain because you've got dexterity plus 50 for having a readied weapon.
yeah.
So what is your dexterity?
My dexterity is 80.
80. So yeah, okay. You're definitely going first. So you open fire.
Mhm.
Okay. Give me a shot with your gun.
So do I need to roll?
Yes, please. And you get a bonus dice because you're in point blank range.
And
Okay. It's a hard success. That's a hit. You do 7 points of damage. Okay. Okay. She is going to. She staggers back in the doorway for a moment, but then leaps down toward you. Larry is not going at the same time as her. He is going after her. So she is going first. And yes, she is slashing out at you, Valentine. Florence. She's taking a wild flail at you, though. And she leaps down, swinging and flailing.
Can I try to dodge?
You can.
Because I'm also quite good at that. And I am frickin' spending luck because I'm going to die. So we're lucking that again. How much is that? That's 17.
Well, she did miss. So just in terms of...
oh, she missed. Okay.
Spending the luck, I wouldn't... Yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah, cool.
No, never mind then.
That's all right. She flailed and swiped at you and missed. But she seems quite wild in her attack. Larry steps forward and slashes at her with his sword stick, and he gets a hit in on her. But I mean, it is very much just a kind of a glancing scrape. It seems to barely do any damage to her. Okay? And behind you, you hear a voice. Quick, in here! In here!
Okay.
Are you going to try to escape in the new round? Or are you going to shoot her again?
If I've heard a voice behind me, I am going to attempt to escape.
Okay, and you are going on Dex 80.
Yep.
Okay. You know Larry is going to try and hold her off with the sword. He is going on Dex 75. And the ghoul is going on Dex 90. So you can see now, Florence, this is not a werewolf. Make a Cthulhu Mythos check. If
This is not a werewolf.
Now, Valentine, you are holding the stone door open, and you can hear roaring and snarling from down this tunnel. It seems quite a long way away, but definitely, yes, something is happening down there. Okay, so she is going to dash forward, and she is slashing at you and Larry. Okay. Taking 2 slashes at Larry with her claws, and she's going to try and bite at you. So she hits Larry.
That's Larry.
And she misses you with the bite.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like she slashes twice at him. He goes staggering back, slams into the wall. And starts sliding down toward the ground, and she advances on you, snapping and slashing at you with her teeth. Now it's not like a werewolf's maw. It's not like a long snout or anything. It's like she's coming in as a person, but just trying to snap at you and bite you. You are next. You're going to try and escape out the door.
Is it open? So what's
yes,
the...
Lord Arthur has the kind of the wall swung open, so you can.
It's open.
Yeah.
Then I'm rushing.
Okay, so you kind of glance back. You see it's open. And you kind of rush through. He grabs a hold of Larry and starts trying to drag him out. And as he does, he pushes Larry into you, and steps backward through into the mausoleum with his daughter. I'll take care of her. You get Larry to safety.
I'm taking Larry and I'm going.
Okay. You take Larry.
I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die if he wants to die heroically.
You head up the tunnel,
and
the door slams, or the wall slams shut behind you, and you drag Larry back up the tunnel, and you can't hear anything from behind you through the wall.
I'm not stopping.
The
I'm
sounds
going.
cut
I'm
off,
taking Larry. I'm
Valentine.
getting.
Everything's quiet for a few minutes. And then you hear a scuffling, scraping noise, like a dragging sound in the tunnel coming toward you.
Ruby, I need you to point your flashlight down here quickly.
I got you.
And then you get a glimpse of a flashlight coming toward you. Assume you're using the flashlight, Florence, as you kind of... Larry is back to his feet. He's the pain seems to have helped him regain consciousness, but he was downed by those hits, but he's not mortally wounded. But you're worried that he's badly injured enough that it could be the end of him. But for now, he's staggering along with you. You get up to the cells, and Valentine is there, holding this section of the cell wall open for you. Shotgun pointed at you.
Arthur is in the mausoleum with Eloise.
Oh, no.
She's it's not a wolf. It's something else. I don't know, but Arthur stayed. She lashed out at both of us, and Larry got hurt.
Okay, we'll bring Larry in here anyway. Should we go back down for him?
I don't know. I don't think we should put ourselves at risk again. He had the syringe, so maybe.
I don't think that syringe did anything.
Well, if we're to go back after them, we have to go fully armed, and right now we don't have all of our weapons.
I've got 2 shotguns. Did you manage to shoot it at all?
I shot her once, but it was just with my handgun. I'm not sure how much damage that did.
I wonder if there are any Isn't it like silver bullets for a Lucaru? But if she's not a werewolf, then
she's something else. It wasn't wolf-like. It's strange. Her face was more like a person, but with a strange.
Ruby, you're holding
mouth.
the door of the cell as they're talking.
So am I hearing all of this?
You're hearing all of this conversation.
Let's get to safety.
But at the same time, you're also looking up toward the upstairs every now and again, because you know Loveday is like run up there. Meanwhile, upstairs, Loveday, you are in the... What room would you have gone to? Any room you like. The library, the dining room, the study, upstairs to a bedroom?
Probably, I want to say straight up to the library to research, but probably whichever was maybe had the biggest windows, so I could feel more open.
Yeah, so you're up at the dining room, where the French windows are. You're kind of probably not right up at the French windows, but you're sitting where you can see through the French windows. You're clutching your shotgun. How are you feeling? What's going through your head right now?
I think I'm gradually calming myself down, like just forcing myself as much as possible to just breathe in, get a grip. I'm doing a lot of that really bad self-talk. It's like, get a grip, you're being so pathetic, just do something about it. But I just can't make myself move to go back downstairs.
Okay. Time passes. The wind is whipping outside. The trees are shaking. The rain is slashing against the windows. A constant drumming. You're feeling a bit better. Things are better. It's okay now. You much as you want to go downstairs, as you say, you're not really feeling up for it. It's just too much. But at the same time, are you doing anything to help yourself up here? Are you going to see if you can have a look and see what's going on, or are you going to get yourself more secure, get under the table or something?
I think I will try and just sort of press myself into a corner so I can feel something behind me, but still look out at the space outside, because I think I need to be able to see the sky, probably.
Okay. What's your dexterity? Loveday?
Oh, fantastic. I'm really glad you asked that question.
And would you say you have a gun ready?
I think I am. I'm not just saying this because I can guess what's about to happen. I think I probably am clutching it like really, really tightly, because I do go to my gun as like a comfort and defense. My dexterity is only 60.
Okay. You're moving, and you get up and you start moving to somewhere that's a bit more secure, a bit more kind of, back to the wall almost. And the French windows explode inward in a shower of glass as the ghoul leaps in toward you, claws slashing at you, teeth flared. I'm going to say you can get one shot off. You cannot get your full number of shots. Get one shot off. You will get a bonus dice with the shot. It is. Oh wait, do you have the semi-auto or the double barrel? I'm pretty sure I put.
I think you have the double barrel.
Yeah, I put the double barrel on your sheet.
Yeah.
Sorry, you do. You have the double barrel with you.
Yeah.
Because you had mix and
Mix
yeah.
gun.
Okay, so there's two double barrels on your sheet. One is a 4d6 and one is a 2d6, because one's within 10 yards, one within 20 yards. She is within 10 yards of you, and it's a double barrel, so you can fire both barrels at the same time. Because if you fire the back trigger, both triggers fire. If you fire the front trigger, only one trigger fires. So it is not like you have to make two shots or anything. You can fire two barrels if you want, but then you're empty. There's no second chance. If you fail, you've missed.
And if I... Oh, God, you know what? What's really annoying is metagame. I would fire one and save it because I know that she missed Florence, but Loveday doesn't know that, so Loveday's just firing both barrels straight off.
Okay. Give me a shotgun check. So you do not get your bonus dice for the close range.
Okay.
Because it's a huge kick firing both barrels.
Yeah. I did fail. Can I spend
You can
luck
spend
in
luck.
combat
Yes,
to change
absolutely.
that? Perfect. I'm just going to change that then to a success, which is 4.
And do a second roll for me, because there's a second shot. You don't need to make a second attack roll, but make a second roll for me for the second set of damage.
Okay. And that is a... So 4d6. Okay. 12.
So it's 23 points of damage. The ghoul comes smashing through the window for you out of nowhere. You're almost taken unawares, but you're ready. You've got the gun ready. You've been watching out for this, and you do manage, even with only 60 dex stacked before her. Just about. She hurtles through the air toward you. Teeth, claws, everything. 3 savage attacks coming. This is certain death. And you blow a hole straight through her chest. Blood everywhere. She lands on you, scrabbling at your back, teeth grabbing, snarling, snapping at your shoulder, scratches everywhere, Loveday. But she's no strength left. There's nothing there. The spine is blown out. She's just, it's death throes. Downstairs, I believe the last thing that was said is we need to get upstairs quickly. Am I right?
Yep.
Did we say that?
I think that was.
I think that was Ruby.
saying that.
Ruby,
Ruby,
yeah, she was looking upstairs, and you guys were talking, and then you went, yes, let's get moving. We can talk later, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving, we can talk later. Okay.
And we
Heading up.
do we hear that?
With
So you're heading up the stairs,
Oh, we're heading up the stairs.
and then you hear a shotgun.
Oh no.
Okay, so getting the gun that I do have out, ready in my hand,
Okay.
and then
Weapon ready.
then running.
There's a massive roar,
Weapon
explosion practically of shotgun blast upstairs. and you're running up.
Yep.
Okay. You dash out into the kind of kitchen area. You're not sure where to go. Loveday, you're in the dining room. You're lying under this creature. Are you how are you feeling? What's happening? Are you letting her die in peace, or are you shoving her off you? Are you screaming? Or what exactly is Loveday's reaction? Knowing now also that your gun is empty.
Yeah, I think I'm like pure surge of adrenaline, shoving her off and just scrambling backwards, still holding onto my gun in the hopes that I might get a chance to reload it at some point.
Okay. It is now dark outside as the wind lashes and the rain pours in through the broken French windows. The curtains are billowing and flapping around like some crazed ghost or apparition. You're huddled up, clutching your gun, empty as it is, in the corner. You're cold, wet, scared, bloodied, gore all over you. Just recovering from the trauma of being locked up downstairs. I would say a little while later, ladies, when you come up, I'm going to assume you kind of go room to room.
Yeah.
I'm just shouting for Loveday.
You left Larry downstairs, I assume. You're not dragging him bleeding up the stairs.
No, if he's injured,
Okay.
injured, we've tried to make him as comfortable as possible.
Okay.
And then
You come out into the upstairs. You go room to room, quickly looking, casting around. You come into the dining room. It's all the rooms are pretty much dark. You're probably switching on lights as you go. You come into the dining room, and immediately the blowing curtains, the rain pouring in through the window, you know something has happened. And you see Loveday clutching her gun against the wall, half rocking herself, looking a bit in shock, but a little bit as well, kind of gritted teeth, determined. Look, Loveday.
Mm-hmm.
You're switching on the lights.
Yep.
There's blood everywhere. There's like a spray, a fountain of blood across the room. And lying on the ground, feet away from Loveday, is Eloise Vane.
Wait.
Her eyes are open. She's staring up as you come into the room, Florence. The lights come on.
I go towards.
Eyelids flutter. You don't know if there's any consciousness still there. You can see there's a great gaping hole in her torso. The eyelids flutter.
I'm just gonna hold her.
Her face stares at you. You go over and you kind of pull her up and take her in your arms.
I'm gonna hold her in my arms, and I'm gonna say that I'm sorry.
And Eloise Vane, if she's not already, over the next few minutes, passes. Ruby, yourself, and Valentina kind of standing there in the door, somewhat in shock. Loveday, lights are on. You see Florence cradling Eloise Vane. And we'll fade to black on that scene. And we'll say a little while later, yourselves and Larry are in his bedroom upstairs. The police have been, the constable has been. He has agreed with Larry that something needs to be done, and some story needs to be told. Another beast has killed Eloise Vane and Lord Arthur Vane. Larry himself shot the beast, saving you ladies. Again, you all of you can feel free to object or change the story if you wish to anything. You can make suggestions to anything that you think would fit better. But the constable is definitely trying to Larry's the hero of the story, and this is what we need to say. I don't know. I wouldn't usually, but seeing what happened to your father, Larry, I'm sure you folk had no reason, no option but to do this. But looking at your injuries too, but you know, if with you being injured and it's your house and everything, I would say people will accept you fighting it off more. But have you guys did you agree with Larry? Do you think to tell the constable that Eloise was the beast, or just that Eloise got caught in the crossfire, or how did you guys think you spun it to the constable?
I think I allowed Larry to tell whatever narrative he wanted to tell, and I'm going to 100% back up whatever narrative that Larry chooses to tell.
So the constable has got quite a garbled and very upset sounding story from Larry in that case, and together they cobble together some kind of narrative that can be released. Eloise killed by the beast, Lord Arthur killed by the beast, Larry almost mortally wounded defending some visitors, some guests to the castle. The heroic efforts of all in destroying this beast are to be commended. The constable quietly aside to whichever of you he managed to get to speak to first, suggests that he would quite prefer not to see any of your faces in Lesseridale again. But he doesn't. He thinks that the Vane family have had enough trauma and upset, and he's happy to sweep all this under the carpet. But he seems very shaken. You didn't see what happened to Lord Arthur. You didn't go down to the Mausoleum, but the constable is still pale and shaking from whatever he found out there. He leaves. The doctor has already seen to Larry and has also left. And the four of you are kind of uncomfortably probably standing there. Was Larry's so I don't really know what to say, ladies. I thank you so much for your help, Miss Llewellyn. You did what I probably couldn't have. My father certainly couldn't have done. It does feel wrong to thank you for killing my sister. When I came up from, did you have Eloise covered, and or were you guys kind of still standing and sitting there when Larry pulled himself up out of the cellar? Do you think you would have had the presence of mind to get her covered up and not let him see?
I think Ruby just
probably would have, yeah.
I feel like Ruby was just bothered about Loveday and making sure that she was okay.
Okay, and so between you,
I think
Florence
some level of
and Valentine, you kind of got a.
I think Florence would have had the thought to
over.
make her look a little bit less.
So, yes, he's well, at least we know the curse will end because there will be no continuation of the bloodline. I'm not going to risk this ever happening to my family again. If I was even remotely inclined to have a son or daughter heir, that's certainly not going to happen now. I may adopt, I don't know, but certainly, again, thank you for helping to uncover that. I mean, I'm sure I would have made it through that book eventually, but you can see he's kind of stiff upper lip, trying not to break down, but the tears come anyway. Miss Llewellyn, if you recall the conversation we had on the ride, it's going to be quite a lonely castle. I will make sure I will find some sort of solace and company for myself, but for appearances, someone to live with. If you, as you said, know anyone. Be sure it's someone who has no plans to have children of their own. Again,
I think I'm still too overcome to say anything, to be honest.
All I wonder is what drove her to return, what drove her to come back to the castle at this time. Every other time, she's been far afield.
Don't know.
As I say, thank you all. There's a car in the shed. Obviously, yours is not in any state of repair to use. Feel free, you can have it. The one nearest to the door. There's a couple in there. My father was quite fond of the automobiles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Fontaine, I don't know what my father, from his various remarks and veiled comments, I don't know what he was trying to do to help you, but I would try and lend whatever weight I have. I mean, I will need to take my seat in Lords at some stage, but I don't think I have the connections he had, or even remotely the influence at this stage. But if there's anything you need, any of you, feel free to call on me.
I understand, and I'm grateful, but I don't want you worrying about anything like that now.
If you don't mind, I would. It's probably better I be alone for a while now.
Understandable.
Hey, Flo. I don't know. You know, Father and I had some difficult times.
Yes.
It's hard. There's a lot of things I would have liked to say to him. A lot of things I would like to tell him. Don't know if that makes any difference to you. But, I mean, I'm not going to flog a dead horse, if you know what I mean.
Fathers are complicated, but I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
Yes. Well, as I say, thank you.
I'll keep in touch.
Yes, do, definitely. I will be most intrigued to hear what your further investigations turn up, especially after what Miss Bow was telling my father and myself in the tunnels about or in the dungeon about you, Miss Llewellyn getting bitten by some creature, and so you all being flung into investigating this kind of thing. I didn't realize that was the kind of investigations you did. I thought you were helping the police.
Well, not typically. But it's been a somewhat of a recent occurrence.
Well, take care, will you?
You too.
I don't have an awful lot of friends, and compounded, I have no family left to speak of. So I would not like to hear, read in the papers that something's happened to you.
Absolutely.
Do please try and remember Eloise as the girl you had lunch with yesterday, and not the creature we saw today.
She was a lovely girl.
I'm sorry, I can't keep
her.
going. If you don't mind, I need to rest now.
Of course, you need to rest. You
kind of lays back against his pillows, and you go downstairs. The cleaning staff are back in, and people have gathered from around the village. Initially, there was obviously a significant cleanup in the dining room, but besides that, now staff and people are giving a hand, and the locals are bustling around and trying to make themselves useful and help. And the butler is frustratedly giving directions and trying to keep people out from under his feet, and nobody really pays any of you the slightest notice. And you go outside, and out of the darkness, a figure comes towards you, crunching along the gravel, drenched to the skin, carrying a knotted club of a walking stick in his hand, looking absolutely woebegone and drenched and upset and frustrated. It's Mihal. So, footprints. I found the kind of footprints Ernie. What's going on? He sees your faces.
We'll explain on the way.
Yeah, maybe let's go have what did you call it before? An hot toddy? Might be time for one.
Oh, all right. Are we sure
Yes.
it's going to be okay tonight? Have they got?
Yes, we're sure.
I wouldn't worry.
Okay. Sure. Whatever you say. Where's the car?
We're going to
be
take
driving a new one.
A new one. In here.
You open up the
I assume Larry's
large
given us all the
doors in the
information.
shed, and there are a couple of cars in there, three to be precise, and one of them is quite a nice automobile, similar in model to the one Loveday had from her father. Maybe slightly newer, and that's the one you've been given the key for. Get it running. Nick is like,
Everybody in.
I let you ladies alone for one afternoon, and what happens to our car?
No jokes right now, Mick. Let's just go back
Is something wrong?
to the inn.
Who died? He does seem to read the room. I get quietly into the back of the car and shuts up.
That doesn't sound like Mick.
With the silence and the four of you staring the way you were a second ago, I was like, I'm not to play Mick any other way than go sit quietly in the car and don't say anything. Okay.
Let's drive away.
And then you drive back to Lesser Edale. Do you just pick your stuff up at the Laughing Horse and continue on to London, or are you going to stay overnight?
We should probably sleep on it instead of driving through
Yeah,
the
I'd
night.
say sleep on
Yeah,
it and
we
then
gotta
go in the
rest.
morning.
Okay. You
I think the instinct maybe to go immediately to bed.
you return to the Laughing
Yeah.
Horse, and there's a barrage of questions. Oh, were you up at the castle? What was going on? Heard all sorts. Did you film McKinn in the car on the way? Give him a very brief lowdown, or are we going to play through that?
I think probably just a very brief.
Yeah, the
cliff
brief
notes of
is
the car.
cliff,
Yeah.
cliff note
So
version.
he's kind of
not a
quiet and
blow-by
reserved,
blow
and then when you
for
get there and the Bill Tatlock and the patrons are trying to clamor around you for questions, he's like, "Now, gents, look, give the ladies some space, will you? They've had a traumatic evening. I'm sure the constable and everyone else will tell you, look, just back off now. Come on, get back in the bar, and you guys go up to your room and settle for the night."
I mean, isn't Loveday covered in blood at this point as well?
I'm sure you
would have
you're in a
think
fully functioning
a
house. I'm sure
large
you
a
rest
large
yourself up.
raincoat has been supplied to wrap around
Okay.
himself, and
Mm.
yeah.
We washed off kind of our face and everything.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure Loveday has a long bath, and the rest of you all get yourselves comfortable. You have a rest. Probably not the best sleep of your lives. There's no howling during the night, which is a relief. And the next day, you make the long drive back to London. Any conversation in the car on the way? Do we lance the boil at any stage, or does it just fester until London?
I don't think Florence is talking.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's just drained from the events. Yeah. Still in a bit of shock, I guess.
You can see Mick is practically chewing the inside of his own mouth off, trying not to talk.
So Mick, what happened when you spoke to the priest?
Well, he's doing digging for us. He'll get back about the green taint. He says he's also digging in for any kind of cures for lycanthropy, as he calls it. But obviously that's quite beside the case right now. I found tracks all around the place, out in the land around the castle. When I finally got out there, and then the rains kicked in, and I tried to take shelter. Ended up getting drenched to my skin. Did hear some howling in the distance at one point, but I just figured it was coming from the cells. I'm sure didn't expect to turn up and find all of you after dealing with it, but fair play. It's done anyway. And the drive goes on. And a few hours later, you make it back to London. And we'll wrap up with the end conclusion, the kind of end of adventure awards. So the following note is in the scenario: the following rewards or penalties apply. This all reflects that Eloise is essentially a tragic victim in this. However, what the actual rewards are depend on the outcome that the characters choose. Persuading Lord Arthur of the necessity to kill Eloise. I would say that's probably the one we fall into. Killing Eloise and making an enemy of Lord Arthur doesn't fit because you didn't end up... you did kill her against his wishes, but at a point where his wishes didn't really matter anymore. So plus 1d4 San for stopping the rampage of the ghoul. And that's it. That's all the sanity awards. I think we'll do skill checks.
Is there any scenario where you save her? Just out of curiosity, or you're not allowed to tell us that. Is there any scenario where
I'm happy to reveal that. There is no happy outcome. There is no cure. And you can all over time you'll dig through books and make Cthulhu Mythos rolls and do research, etc. So over time you will find out, or you could find out, that she is converting into a ghoul. Okay, and there is no cure for being a ghoul. Once you're a ghoul, you're a ghoul. The transformation would eventually have been permanent. There was an option which would have got a little bit less sanity reward of finding a way to let Eloise begin a new life as a ghoul. Run away
Just
into
like
the
a permanent shift
wilds,
rather than back and
or
forth? No, because then she could have
it's
killed
like-
people. She could have
She would have killed people, yeah.
so it is definitely
That's not
a
happy.
lesser success. But actually, the worst outcome for the investigators is making an enemy of Lord Arthur and killing Eloise, because basically it's for me.
Enemies for
I
life.
think the outcome you guys got was actually more tragic and heartrending, but from a disturbing and unsettling your mind's perspective, it's a little less harmful than realizing that the girl's father now is your enemy for life because he thinks you murdered his daughter. Do you know what I mean? At least this way.
Because we did everything possible for Lord Arthur. Like, Lord Arthur chose to have the heroic sacrifice.
Yeah.
That was his choice. We didn't absolutely did not force him to do that at all. So that was his choice.
I figured he would
And
rather
then
at that
after-
point where she's rampaging and he thought probably all of you were at some point going to get killed. He felt rather put his life on the line in instead of his son's, and
Well, he thought he could syringe her.
if he couldn't take her down, then he didn't want to live to see what was going to happen, basically.
Yeah.
So for you guys, seeing him make that choice partly maybe firmed up your resolve, but also partly gives you that bit of stability that okay, but she needed to be stopped. So hence the
she
one
probably couldn't have lived with the...
And the fact, I think the holding her while she was dying thing was also a fairly positive. It wasn't just like leaving her alone in the mud.
Certainly,
like, this is the best thing that we could have done.
It definitely wasn't Florence's peak moment of her experience to date, but it definitely was.
Yeah, I think that was a bad
It
one.
was it was a better moment than having to either kill her yourself or see her kill others.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's probably what was going through Florence's mind as she's like, this is the best for all of us, as she's saying goodbye to
I think it would have been a much harder thing if Florence had to kill her. I think the fact that Loveday did it made it easier for Florence. Like, the one shot that was not a kill shot and then holding her as she was dying was, I think, the best way that could have gone, even though it's, like you say, a tragic story. But,
So starting the next session, we'll do skill checks. Michal will get to do his skill checks too. He will also get some sand gain. Anyone who hasn't rolled their d4, Saorla, give us a d4 and see what sand you get. Dakara, if you're still there, throw us a d4 and see what sand you get. And then
just what, any one d4?
Yeah, roll 1d4, please.
1d4. Yeah, we only got one.
Everyone's...
We're all getting ones.
So I think that's fitting. It's you're not feeling a lot better, but yeah.
So did I lose?
The knowledge
No,
that
you
she's
gain
not
one,
going to
gain
hurt.
Well, gain one.
Because we did stop her from killing anyone else in the future. So
okay.
it is that win, that she's no longer a threat to the world and she's no longer tortured.
Yeah, and she really couldn't have lived with having killed her father, I'd say.
No. I think even if there was a solution to stop transforming, I think that would have driven her insane. So I think from the second that happened, she's gone.
Yeah, I think for Loveday going forwards with this whole bite situation, she's suddenly locked into like, is that my future? Are they going to have to shoot me? So she's going to be different, I think, going forward.
I was just thinking that as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, that's not a great...
Not a great way to finish. I was like, to maybe lose one sanity, actually. But what's good is that she feels like she would want someone to do for her, to do what she did for Eloise. Although she didn't do it for Eloise, she did it to save her own skin, and she doesn't feel any like guilt about it. She feels bad for the situation, but not for doing it. But is now very much like, oh God, is that what is coming for me round the corner? And I hope one of them shoots me before I hurt anybody.
I'm glad that Larry lived. Like it
Was
felt
very
like
close.
Lord Arthur's chance of dying was very high, but Larry,
she does a lot of damage, and when I rolled her damage for him, I was like, it was a hit and then a really heavy hit, and I'm like, okay, major wound, he's down, but you got him out of there. But it was touch and go. He was one more hit
you didn't
point.
have to tell us that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
He's got the best.
He's got the best of medical care.
He's got the best
He's gonna be
doctors.
fine.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. Now.
He'll be fine. He's got the best doctors.
Yeah, I'd like us to invent a happy ending for him, which is that I'm sure Ruby and Loveday in their circle have someone who's got themselves up the duff by accident, and they can send her on to be a nice wife for him.
Oh,
give him an
I'm
heir.
sure.
Yeah,
That's probably the best. Actually, I think that's Larry's happy ending. Get a girl that's
already pregnant,
absolutely.
just wants a
Give
nice
him an
comfortable life, a
adopted
husband
heir.
to protect her.
Like
Exactly.
the daughter of like a viscount
Larry
from
would be
somewhere who's
lovely.
knocked up and just like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly. And you can tell
And
that
his-
Larry would be very good to an adopted kid and good to a wife. So I think Larry has something resulting in a happy ending.
I was
Don't
not
have any
expecting
children.
Larry to be like, I'm
Even if
selling the
that's
house, I'm out of here. I didn't think he'd stay in the house. I thought he'd be like, go to America, see you later.
But he's noble. He's noble.
I know,
His
yeah.
castle
So
Plum.
he's got a house which is
I'm Lord
his
Edale
castle.
now.
He's got a duty. He's Lord Edale.
Yeah.
And he's from a family, and Arthur really cared about that stuff. So
Larry
I think
didn't
there's
really,
going to be
but-
enough in Larry to.
Now he
But
knows.
now
yeah.
he might because of
Yeah,
that.
if there'd been a moment that Larry would have disappeared, it's if his dad was okay and Eloise was gone. You might have seen a Larry-shaped hole in the door.
Gone, yeah.
But
Yeah.
because that's another way of ending the line, you know. But yeah.
Yeah.
At least the reigning Lord Vane kind of likes us.
Yeah.
He likes me, if nothing else.
We're going to find him a wife. He's going to be forever in our debt. It's going to be fine.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
And yes.
I'm looking forward to Mick watching this episode. Or Bob watching the episode.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little wrap up. Okay, I'm gonna say, look, first, thank you very much to all of you. I've been watching your theories on Discord and hearing your pregame and chat and ideas of what might be happening and how you might be able to save everyone and all of that. And I've been dying slowly inside, waiting to see how it would all pan out, and because I knew it's going to be tragic one way or another somehow. But I think you guys made a really good show of that, and took some interesting paths. So thank you very much. It was great fun, and thank you very much to all our viewers as well. Tough, low beat, somewhat traumatized ending to the episode this time, but that's Call of Cthulhu for you. If you want to traumatize your friends like this, go and get Call of Cthulhu on chaosium.com with our 10% discount. Removal of masks 10. I'll put it on the screen below. Anytime in 2026, 10% off your basket. Thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you next week for more laughter and shenanigans, or watching how our severely traumatized characters recover as they try to dig into the next wonderful escapade. Thanks, and see you soon.